Part of our 2022 North Dakota player profile here with the Optimist Volleyball Series. Joining us from Beulah, that is Kenzie Zerhoff here. And Kenzie, for you, your senior season, what does it mean to be nominated to an all-star event like this across the state of North Dakota?
It means a lot. Like, I'm super excited to be able to experience something fun like this. And I know there's a lot of like fun and sweet girls that I get to play with and get to know a little more over the next week. So I'm pretty excited.
Is there anything particularly with the series like this that you've heard about, or is there anything that you're excited? Obviously, the games are fun, but are you just excited to kind of maybe talk to some girls that have been your rivals or maybe across the state that you've seen on highlights that, hey, we can kind of have a chance to bond a little bit before everyone goes their separate ways here, so to speak, in August and September?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I know there's a couple other girls that are going to Jamestown that'll be playing in it too. So that'll be exciting because we're going to be teammates and stuff. And just a bunch of other girls that I played club with, and it'll be cool to see everybody play and get to play on the same team as some of those people.
You mentioned Jamestown, a really good volleyball program, obviously in the GPAC. What stood out about the Buffalo City and particularly that program, Kenzie, to kind of make your next step?
It's kind of like they're a really good team. Like they all care about each other and they all look like they're having fun. And like the camps I went to, they were always like encouraging each other, and like if someone made a mistake, they were all right there to help them get back up. Like they're just a super loving and caring team, and that just seemed like something I wanted to be a part of, and they're really good. So
that helps a lot. That helps a lot too when you get the wins. Particularly for you, was there one volleyball memory that stands out more than the others during your time with the Beulah Miners, or during your time in high school?
Well, before I was in Beulah, I was in Glen Allen, and probably my favorite memory was getting my varsity jersey in 7th grade and then being able to play with my older sister, probably.
So making the move from Glen Allen to Beulah, then what was that like, just kind of coming in and, trying to be part of the team and, having some words of wisdom for some kids that whether it's, your 4th grade or you're a freshman in high school and you move, just kind of give some kids who might have to go through that similar situation. Kenzie, what was some things that kind of stood out to you?
I was excited for the move, but I was also like really sad to be leaving my friends and stuff. And Beulah's a way bigger school than Glen Allen, and there's nothing I like disliked about either schools. Like both of them like treated me good and stuff like that. But Beulah is really welcoming, and I know like getting moved up when I was younger was hard, and there was a lot of people who didn't like that very much, and I had a couple of haters out there, but you learn to like grow with it and you get over it, and it makes you a stronger person and makes you work harder. So if I had some hard things to deal with, but I overcame them, and I made it, so I'm good.
What during that time, particularly Kenzie, what did you learn from your coaches in terms of getting that first varsity uniform? You mentioned playing with your sister a little bit, then you head over to Beulah here. So what were some things that you took away from both of your varsity coaches?
I think that a lot of my coaches knew like how much potential I had, and whenever they saw me like being hard on myself, they gave me words of encouragement to let me know like what I'm capable of, and that helped me like come out of it. Like my coaches didn't really have to get on me. Like usually if I made a mistake, I knew what I already did wrong, so they kind of just like watched and like let me fix it myself. But they all knew like what I was capable of and helped me like reach my potential. And yeah, I don't know, I learned a lot from all of them. I had good coaches throughout high school. I had multiple different ones. I had like 4, I think, head coaches throughout my high school career, but I learned a little bit from each one of them. So
Final thing for you before you let you go. We'll end on a fun one here. Superstitious. If you are superstitious, is there anything that you have to do during pregame or before you finally get to the first serve? And if you are, Kenzie, just take us in a little bit in terms of what your superstition might be.
I don't think I ever really had any superstitions. I just always like make sure I have enough time to get ready before game because I hate to be rushed. But after most away games, like if I was on the road, I would get a strawberry milk after the game. That's about it.
I like it.
I'm not someone who really has to like do certain things. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow before every game. So,
hey, Kenzie, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here at the University of Jamestown in the fall as well.
Thank you.
Part of our 2022 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series player profile with us from Bismarck Century now is Macy Fridgen. And Macy, for you specifically, what does it mean to be nominated your senior year to an all-star event like this across the state of North Dakota?
I mean, it's just a really cool feeling with most of the seniors. You play your state games or you play your last games, and that's just it. So being able to get to come back and play with a lot of the other best seniors around the state is just a really cool opportunity to get to play just one more time.
You mentioned playing one more time, and probably the cool thing too is there might be someone that you played with on a club team or someone that was your rival, maybe someone that you got to see on highlights from Class B but never got to play with them during your high school days, going to a state tournament or a conference tournament. So is there a player or two that you're excited to have on your side of the net for once here, Macy?
I'm definitely excited to play with Kinsey Zaroff and JC Richter. I played with both of them on club teams. I played with JC last year, and she's just such a phenomenal player and person. So it's really exciting to get to be on her team again. And Kinsey Zaroff, we're both going to be teammates again in the fall in Jamestown. So it's going to be fun to get to play with her right now again.
Let's talk about Jamestown. Why was that the right fit for you, Macy, and just kind of, all the way around? And how exciting are you to take that next step and move on from the high school to the collegiate game?
I am beyond excited. I've been going to Jamestown's, they call it Jimmy Camp, since I was in 8th grade. So ever since then, I've just absolutely loved it. I've loved the campus and I've loved the coaches. The coaches are phenomenal. I just love Jake and John and Jess. They've just been so welcoming to all the young players. So I'm just so excited to be there in the fall.
The one thing is, if you take your time back, I don't think across the state of North Dakota, people have to look far about the dominance and the wins and how you guys at Bismarck Century have played. So give me the secret sauce. You've probably been asked it a bunch before, Macy. What is it about Patriot Volleyball that just brings out the best? It seems like year in and year out, no matter, who's kind of on that team.
Yeah, gosh. I think, man, it's just the culture. We have a culture at Century that's like you show up to practice, you get your job done, you show your grit, and just the depth in our program. That's how we keep coming back year after year. Our younger players get a lot of opportunities to play up on that varsity level when they can, like our JV team. They're always getting subbed in and stuff. So it's really nice to have that depth on your team because when we need them to be ready, they're going to be ready.
Is there a memory that sticks out more than the others during your time with Bismarck Century, or maybe there's a club volleyball opportunity too that maybe sticks out here, Macy, during your time?
I would really have to say just our last state championship game when that final point was over. It was just everything's done. That was it. And it was just a really surreal feeling to know that it all paid off.
You mentioned about just, coming in, doing your job. What would be some advice for someone that was, getting into the varsity program, maybe getting their first taste of, freshman or JV volleyball coming up in the fall? And they said, hey, Macy, what do I got to do to earn a starting role here sooner rather than later, at varsity? What would be some words of wisdom that you would pass down?
Definitely don't be afraid to stand out. You got to be loud if you're going to want to be on a volleyball court. I learned that at a young age. I was the quietest one on the court, and that did not work out for me. So as soon as you become, actually, no, you don't even need to be comfortable. You have to make yourself uncomfortably loud to be successful. Yeah, it just makes the whole team dynamic work better when everyone's talking. So just being super vocal.
Superstitious. Are you superstitious? And if so, did you have anything before matches that you always had to do?
Yes, I always wear my hair in 2 braids. It just makes me feel better. I don't know why. With one braid, I kind of get hit in the face a lot as a blocker, so 2 usually worked out. And I also, Delaney Clark and JC Clark, they can vouch for me on this. I always listen to "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue and "Pour Some Sugar on Me" by Def Leppard before games, and then after games, I always have to listen to "The Best Love Song" by T-Pain.
All right. So I got to ask about the songs a little bit there because they're not in your generation, so to speak, of music. So how did you come by the Def Leppards and the Motley Crues of the world?
I definitely think that was my dad. He has some great music taste, and I think he passed it down onto me. So yeah, I
It's
just
always
remember as a kid driving to games, he'd always have something good playing in the car, whether it was that or AC/DC, a lot of that.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, that definitely ramps up your heart. No pun intended there with the little Motley Crue going.
Oh,
So, Macy, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here in the Optimist Volleyball Series, and best of luck in the Buffalo City as well for collegiate volleyball coming up in the fall.
Thank you.
It's now time for a 2022 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball player profile. With us from the West Fargo Packers, that's Nadia Fiakuski. And Nadia, for you to get nominated here your senior season to an all-star event like this across the state of North Dakota, what does it mean to you?
it means a lot to be recognized like in the state and in the community for what I've been doing in volleyball, and I'm really excited to be able to play.
You know, the cool thing about this too is it brings girls from all over across the state of North Dakota, maybe some that you're rivals with sometimes, others that you just don't get to play or see a little bit at other times just because they're from a different area. Is there a player or two that you're most interested in kind of having on your side of the net for a change?
I'm really excited to have Emily Skolicki from North on my team. I mean, I play with her from club, but during school season, we're really good friends, so we always like to go at each other. And then also Hannah Hodel and Emma Lucas. I've played club with them in the past, so I'm excited to get to play with them one last time.
Your favorite West Fargo Packer volleyball memory? I know you had a really good standout career there wearing the green, but Nadia, what's one or two memories that kind of come to mind for you?
I think my senior season, just overall, I mean, we won the EDC and no one even thought we would be close to it after losing so many seniors. So that's always a good memory. And then just being with my best friends at state, that's always fun.
For folks that aren't sure of where you're going in the fall, elaborate us. Where are you taking your talents to coming up here in August and September?
I'm playing volleyball at Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
I know there's been some stories on you about why so far away from North Dakota. How did that kind of come to work? You know, completely different opposite ends of the United States. So for a little bit, Nadia, how did Corpus Christi actually become, okay, this is an option for me and I'm going to take a look at it seriously?
Well, me and my family were just driving through one time, and my parents asked if I wanted to. I had never heard of the college before, and they asked if I wanted to drive through it. So I was like, sure. And then we drove. It's like one road, so it's an island basically, right on the ocean. And I'm like, people go to school here. So I reached out to the coaches. They showed some interest in me. Started talking to them. I was like, this is amazing. Like getting to live in a paradise and also play volleyball. Like sign me up for that. So yeah.
The cool thing about it too is it's kind of like it feels like as much as you get recruited, you were the one doing a little recruiting this time around. And for someone out there that's in your shoes, maybe 2 years, prior to where you are right now, Nadia, as a sophomore or junior, what would you tell them if they are realistically taking a chance at the next level for college athletics? What do you need to do as a player to put yourself in that opportunity?
You just got to reach out to coaches, send emails. If you don't hear back, try again. They don't always see it, but just send a lot of emails, get your name out there. That's the best thing you can do.
How have you seen this area for volleyball grow? Because it seems like every year there's a lot of talent that's coming through, whether it's the EDC or the state of North Dakota that's going on to play NAIA all the way up to Division One. How have you seen that talent going up against it, week in and week out in the EDC?
Yeah, it's really stepped up. Even the numbers we're getting is great. Like there's more and more people coming up and people are taking it more seriously and wanting to go to that next level. And that's great because then people just build off of it and want to compete against each other, and it just makes everyone better.
I know you're going out with your coach as well, Kelsey, there. What does it mean for you a little bit as a senior season, but also what did you learn from her and the coaching staff during your time at West Fargo?
I think you just got to take it all in. Like it goes by pretty fast and you got to work hard. Not every day is going to be easy, but you play the sport for a reason, and not every day is going to be easy, but you just got to keep pushing through it and get through the hard days so you get those big moments that make it worth it.
We'll end on a fun one here. Superstitious. If you are superstitious, Nadia, what is it? And elaborate a little bit more on it.
I'm not really superstitious, but I suppose during school season, I would always have a certain teammate braid my hair. Chloe, I always made her braid my hair. So in the locker room, we would always do these loud, obnoxious, annoying chants, but it got us hyped up, so it worked.
It's one of those deals where I'm sure it's kind of been, it's those chants in volleyball just been passed down from generation to generation. It seems like anytime you go to a volleyball gym, you're going to be hearing someone screaming from across the hall somewhere, Nadia.
Yep.
Hey, Nadia, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck down in Texas at Corpus Christi as well. And best of luck here in the Optimist Volleyball Series.
Thank you.
Part of our 2022 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Player Profile. Joining us from Fargo Davies now, that is Ava Wild. And Ava, for your senior season, to get nominated to an all-star game like this, what does it mean for you particularly?
For me, it's something that's very special. I think that it does a great job of recognizing the dedication and the hard work that athletes really put into their sport. And it just showcases like the talent that the state has. So being a part of that and getting to compete in something like that is something that's very special.
And speaking of talent, there's been a lot of talent at Fargo Davies the last couple of years as well. Some pretty good runs in Class A volleyball. Is there a volleyball memory or two that stands out most than the other ones right now, Ava, when you kind of can look back at your time as an Eagle?
Yes, of course. I think that my sophomore year, when my teammates and I won our school's very first state title, I think that's got to be my favorite memory of all time. It's just something that you don't really forget, that feeling. So you can't really match it.
No, you can't. There's nothing that can be taken away from now, whether it's a year or 10 years from now in that one. And also the talent across the state of North Dakota. Quite honestly, we've seen a lot of talent, whether it's been in the EDC, the WDA, or the Class B as well. What's it been like going up against a Nadia Fiakuski and company, so to speak, in the EDC that are moving on to college? Is iron sharpening iron a little bit here, Ava?
I think it's very fun, especially getting to play against players that are very talented. It definitely challenges all volleyball players, but I think that it's just mainly the fun aspect of it. I think volleyball is super competitive, and so getting to play against those top volleyball players is definitely very fun.
The one thing here, when you take a look at your next endeavor, going to St. Thomas to play D1 volleyball, just take us how that kind of came to be and why was that the right fit for you?
I think that it was definitely a hard decision for me. For a while, I had been choosing or going back and forth between a couple of schools. And I think that finally it kind of just came down to the school that I loved the most and that I felt most comfortable at. And I think that the Summit League and that division is definitely going to push me to be the best volleyball player that I can be.
Yeah, and you're going to be able to come home a couple of times and stay close to the Dakotas as well for some non-conf, or I should say some away games for you. So with that being said, with kind of family and friends, did that just kind of add to the mix too? You're far enough away from home, but you're close enough from home during the season a little bit?
Yes, definitely. I think that I mainly looked at schools that were definitely closer to North Dakota. I didn't want to be too far away because I'm very close with my family and I have a big family who love watching me play my sports. So that definitely played a factor into it. But I also just wanted to branch out to wherever fit me best. And I think that that was just the road that it took me to.
When you take a look back at your time here for Fargo Davies, in terms of your coaches that you had in the last couple of years there with Carolyn Olson as well, what did you learn from your coaching staff that'll kind of take you to the next level here?
I think I've learned obviously a ton, especially from Carolyn. I think the biggest thing though has got to be that, especially challenging me my senior year after having such an amazing team my sophomore year, winning state and all. I think that Carolyn has definitely taught me that the chemistry and learning how each player is different and how you can work with them on the court and off the court to have that good chemistry is such a big part of volleyball. And I think it's very huge. And I think that learning how to deal with that and adjusting to that is super big. And she really helped me learn that, especially my senior year. So I think that's probably the biggest thing that I've taken away, especially from high school sports.
You know, the cool thing with this volleyball series too, as we mentioned, you're going to be playing with some girls that you probably haven't heard of before, or maybe seen on the volleyball court. Is there someone that you're excited to play on your side of the net for a change that maybe was a rival or someone that you saw in highlights to say, hey, for a week here, we can be teammates at least on the same side?
Yeah. I think that, so honestly, there's not a whole lot of people from the East that are on my team specifically for the Optimists All-Star game, but I think that it'll be fun to be on the same side as Olivia Vetter. I haven't gotten to have her as a setter besides JO volleyball. So I think getting to play with her and then obviously getting to be coached by a Century coach, I think will be very different. And just seeing how she does things as well will be very fun.
Final thing for you, Ava, before I let you go, superstitious. Were you superstitious at all? And if you were, take us inside a little bit before you got to the first serve on a volleyball match.
Honestly, I'm not a super superstitious person. I think that for me, that doesn't really apply to me, but there is one thing that I did do before every single game, whether it was volleyball, basketball, even track, whatever, during the national anthem. I'd stand there, my hand on my heart, everything, but I would sit there and do a quick little simple prayer. I don't know. It was just kind of my thing of saying like, hey, like be there with me, whatever. So I think that was probably my biggest superstition. It's mainly just like a ritual that I do, but that's my thing.
And was that something just kind of maybe as a calming, 30 seconds, so to speak, or a minute that was just kind of for yourself a little bit, just to kind of, narrow everything in and then get to whatever the event was or game was after that?
It definitely, it made me have a sense of recognition, and then it also got me ready to play my game. I think it just got me in the zone at that point. So.
Hey, Ava, thanks so much for your time. It's going to be fun here with the Optimist Volleyball Series in North Dakota to see a show out a little bit one more time. And then also best of luck down at St. Thomas coming up here in the fall, okay?
Very much.
Part of our 2022 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series player profile with us now from Fargo Shanley High School. That is Olivia Better. And Olivia, it's got to be fun for you because it's not just yourself that got nominated and are participating, but you have a couple of teammates as well. So how fun is that to know that there's one more experience with a couple of your high school teammates here?
Yeah, for sure. It'll be super fun because this season it was definitely one of the best team chemistry wise. And part of that is because all of our senior class has been so great together. So playing with them or playing against them one last time will be a different side of things and super fun.
You mentioned about playing against. This year, it's a little different. It's not East and West or Class A versus Class B. It's intermixing a little bit. So how fun is it going to be to maybe play with some other players that you had to go up against or maybe saw highlights of on social media from across the state that might be your teammate now here for a week?
Yeah, it's really fun. It's fun playing against some of my teammates, like you said, and then also some of the girls that I've maybe played a little bit of club with or seen at like the state tournaments from the West. It'll be fun to get to know them and get to play with them because you see such a different side of being their teammate versus an opponent.
For you specifically, once the Optimist Volleyball Series is done, kind of high school then is officially behind you a little bit, you get to worry about the next chapter in life. So what is the next step for you, Olivia?
Next fall, I'll be at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I'm planning on majoring in biology in the pre-dental program.
So going down to be a Cornhusker in Lincoln, what just kind of stood out in terms of that program, or why did that, school, kind of work out in terms of what you were looking for?
Yeah, my sister went there, so I've always kind of seen it. She really had a really good experience. They have a great science program, and I'm really excited to be on a big campus with a lot of good volleyball to watch and just the whole atmosphere down in Lincoln.
For you, Olivia, going back to when you were 14 years old or maybe talking with someone who's 13, 14, kind of getting that high school mold, kind of getting ready to be part of a varsity program, what would be some words of wisdom that you would pass down to someone that's during that time?
Yeah, for sure. Usually I always think of it how the days are very long, but the years are short because thinking back to my freshman self, it's gone by so fast and like never taking a practice for granted and always just giving more than you take, giving it all for every rep because that's what makes the difference in the tough games.
So for you specifically here, Olivia, superstitious are you? And if so, is there anything before a volleyball match that you kind of did before a match? And if so, can you elaborate a little bit on it?
Yeah, I'm not super superstitious, but before every high school game, I'd get a Jersey Mike sub, and my teammate Hannah Hodel, who I'll be playing against in the All-Star game, she'd always braid my hair, so maybe she'll still do it for me in the All-Star game, but we'll see.
I like that.
Yeah.
Specific, was it like a Jersey Mike's special? Was it a certain kind of sub, or was it just was kind of whatever the flavor of the day was?
The number 7, the
Number
turkey.
7.
Yes, every time.
Final thing for you here, Olivia, before I let you go, we kind of mentioned about, again, your teammates, but what does it mean for you specifically to be nominated to this type of volleyball, week and kind of series here as an all-star?
Yeah, it's a really big honor to be recognized, with all of the great players that I've played against and watched for so long. And watching this game has always been such a fun and competitive, kind of wrap up for the seniors. And my sister was on it years ago, and I've always kind of looked up to those players and learned a lot even from the couple games that they have every year. So it's exciting to be one of those players that maybe younger girls might look up to.
Hey, Olivia, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck down at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln there, and also during your time during the Optimist Volleyball Series.
Thank you.
One, two, swung on and miss. Fuchs coming in right side, sip. It goes down to the slide and gets it. Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches it called. Strike 3. West Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is Not in time.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening. It's day number 2 of the North Dakota Optimists Volleyball Series, and from Bismarck High, it's our Irie Insurance pregame show here as the blue team will look for the series sweep over Team Red after last night at McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo. It was a 3-2 win for Team Blue over Team Red. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joel Morgan. Preston DeVille is here as well behind the scenes, and this is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Joel, taking a look at what we had yesterday, a very competitive series here. And the one thing that we've talked about going into yesterday's match was, okay, there's not East versus West. It's not Class A versus Class B. They're going to try to pick and choose the best talent on both teams and make it as even as possible. And Joel, on paper and also on the court, it was about as even as possible yesterday in Fargo.
Yeah, that first set yesterday in Shanley, I think we had 10 or 12 ties come our way. It was back and forth, not a whole lot of unforced errors. We saw some big runs yesterday. I think it was set 3 or set 4. The blue team got out to about a 10, 11-point lead. Red team cut it close. You look at how the things went in day 1. You can pick out a handful of plays. They go a different way. And that 5th set goes a different way. The match goes a different way. And it's exactly what you want in a volleyball all-star series or any sort of all-star game.
As the crowd continues to file in, we had a really nice crowd in Fargo yesterday, and that seems to be the same here in Bismarck for day number 2 of the Optimist Volleyball Series. Taking a look at some of these players that stood out yesterday for the blue team, leading the way with 20 kills, 3 blocks, and an ace was Ava Wild. Also right behind her as a teammate was Macy Fridgen from Bismarck Century with 13 kills. On the red team, leading the floor from North Star, Danielle Hengler with 15 kills and 5 blocks, and also Nadia Fiakuski from West Fargo High School with 13 kills and 1 block. But Joel, I think as much as, in baseball you hear about pitchers, you hear a lot in football about the quarterback because they always are around the game or they always have a control in the outcome of the game. How about Piper Harris? How about an Olivia Vetter? How about some of those girls, a JC Richter that maybe we don't talk enough about either as a setter or a libero? As much as the outside and mid hitters were playing really well, it was fun to see the setters and also liberos getting a lot of floor time yesterday and hustling everywhere on the court.
Yeah, Delaney Clark, a late addition to the red team. She did a good job setting up her teammates yesterday. Eden Olson did a good job. A player that kind of came into the mix a little bit late, Sydney Upton from Bishop Ryan. She was very good in the first few sets, came alive in set 3 or 4 in terms of getting points. But everyone doing their part, everyone sticking to the row at an above average level, and it's made for great competition. We got one team playing with 2 true liberos that they've been rotating. Red team has not been playing with a libero, though they have some rostered. A big change from last year, too, obviously the level of competition, but every position is filled. Players aren't playing out of position, and they've been able to really get systems in play. I was very impressed with day number 1.
Coming up here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll let you know some other all-star games that are coming up either this weekend or next month as well. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. We're about 5 minutes away from the starting lineups. Then from there, we'll get to the first serve. Just like yesterday, no matter what, there is going to be at least 4 sets here tonight in Bismarck, just in case it is, for example, Team Red over Team Blue 3-0 after 3 sets. They will play the 4th set no matter what, but we didn't have to worry about that yesterday. We played 5. Will we do that again? We'll find out when we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, give you more of an in-depth look on some of our player profiles and take a look at what's coming up across the state of North Dakota this weekend. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show, the blue team finishing up their warm-ups here as they're getting squared off to play against Team Red in the 2022 North Dakota High School Coaches Association Optimist All-Star Volleyball Series, something that's pretty cool. Again, as we mentioned, this is match number 2. Instead of East versus West, it is Team Red versus Team Blue. Still to come this week here on your live event in conjunction with our friends from Three Borders Sports Network in the campus of Mayville State. It'll be the North Dakota Shrine Bowl at Jerome Berg Field, 11-man game at 4 o'clock with a 9-man game to follow. That'll be at 7 o'clock in the 9-man game on Saturday. Then a month from now, just under a month from now, we will be back here at Bismarck High School for the North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series on Monday, July the 11th. We'll have the girls' game at 6 with the boys' game to follow at 8. And then we'll be at Fargo Davies High School on Tuesday, July the 12th for the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. Day number 2, same format. Girls will tip at 6 with the boys to follow at 8. And if you missed any of our player interviews brought to you in part by Hillsborough EDC, you can go online by going to the YouTube and searching your live event and search anything from our interviews with Danielle Haglar, Emma Lucas, Olivia Vetter, Abby Cox, and more. You can check them out there. Brought to you in part by Hillsborough EDC. There's more at Exit 104. Check out, again, the player interviews by searching your live event on YouTube. So that is what's to come here this summer on your live event. And we had also player interviews with a bevy of people from the North Dakota Shrine Bowl as well. It's kind of fun, and we've heard from some of the coaches here and some of the organizers just to say, you know, listening to where someone's going to college next or what they're maybe superstitious in or what they kind of like in terms of a volleyball game, just to get to know someone a little bit well. And those are, again, on yourliveevent.com. For the blue team and the red team, Blue won it yesterday in the odd sets, 27-25. They lost set number 2, 21-25. Won set number 3, 25-18. Lost set number 4, 19-25, and won set number 5 and 19-17. Here as the players are coming on the floor, as you're going to have both the players themselves, the parents, as well as they did yesterday at Fargo Shanley, be introduced here as they're coming on, and then we'll get to some volleyball action here in the capital city. This Bismarck High School, by the way, nicely well done and renovated in recent years. The track that goes the entire side, they have 2 separate bleachers that come on out, and they put a lot of infrastructure, whether it's lighting or anything in between. But let's go to our public address announcer right now as we get ready for the player introductions between the red team and the blue team for the Optimist Volleyball Series.
At this time, I ask that you stand and face the flag. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we'll play the national
And we will come back here after the national anthem as we will get to the player introductions after this here on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
And that does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com for all of your insurance requests. But now let's go to our public address announcer for the lineups here of the 2022 Optimist Volleyball Series.
And Tim Wallstrom from Kenmare. And here are your red team players. The number 1 jersey. Last year she started for the North Star Bearcats. Next year, she'll be playing for the Vikings of Valley City State. Number 1, Danielle Hagler. Danielle is accompanied by her parents, Jeff and Marla Hagler, and Coach Audrey Page. And the number 2 jersey for the red team, Fargo Shanley Deacons last year. Next year, Bismarck State College. Her favorite memory was the dance party in the locker room before every match. It's Paige McAllister. Paige's parents, Jay and Laura McAllister, Coach Mark Winnett. Next up, representing the Washington Huskies, she'll be attending Indy SCS W10. How about a big smile for Kylie Storrow? Kylie's parents are Sam and Elisa Storrow, her coach, Addie Ventura. And in the number 4 jersey for red, the setter for the R Redeemers Knights. She'll be attending Minot State and studying accounting. Your favorite bean counter is Eden Olson. Eden's parents are Brent and Brooke Olson and her coach, Cara Luziano. And the 5, the Bismarck High Demons. The Western Region Senior Athlete of the Year for volleyball, number 5, Mia Hint. Mia's parents are Brian and Julie Hint. She was coached by Brianna Klein. Our next player is not only the Class A Volleyball Senior Athlete of the Year, she's also the youngest snowbird for North Dakota. She's trading in her West Fargo Packers jersey to play at Texas A&M Corpus Christi for the Islanders. It's Nadia Fiakuski. Nadia's parents are Jay and Charlie Fiakuski, coached by Kelsey Gibbons. And the number 7 jersey for red, Northern Cast Jaguar. Now she'll be moving on to play for the Valley City State University Vikings. It's number 7, Emma Lucas. Emma's parents are DC and Marie Lucas. And her high school coach was Angie Johnson. Next up in the 8 jersey, Bishop Ryan Lyons, now Minot State. It's the outside hitter, Cindy Upton. Cindy's parents are Marissa Albertson and Mike Upton. She is coached by Nick Thies. Our next player, out of Drake Anamoose, she played for the Raiders. Next year, she'll be playing volleyball at North Dakota State College School of Science. Number 9, Riley Huff. She was coached by Arnie Arnold. And number 10, another hometown hero from Bismarck Century. She'll be playing volleyball at Valley City State while defending her crown as high school champion. Number 10, Delaney Clark. Delaney's parents are Ron and Renee Clark. She was coached by Jamie Zestapol. Number 11, is the libero for the Parker Shanley Deacons. Next year, she'll be also studying pre-dentistry at Creighton University. Another big smile for Hannah Hodel. As parents are Lee and Diane Hodel, she was coached by Mark Quinette. And the last player for the red team, number 12. She was a defensive specialist and outside hitter for Linton HMB Lions. Class A champion. She is number 12, Tegan Scher. Tegan's parents are Troy and Sherry Scher, and she was coached by Jamie Richter. How about a round of applause for the red team? And here's your team for the representing the blue team today. They will be coached by Team Jamie. That's Jamie Richter of Linton HMB. And Jamie Zastapol with Bismarck Century. Here's the first player, the Class A champion from Bismarck Century Patriots. She'll be playing for the University of Jamestown next year. It's number 1, Macy Bridges. Macy's parents are Patrick Bridget and Marie Reel. She was coached by Jamie Zastapol. Our next player had 2 sisters, also played in this tournament in 2016. She's heading to BSC for the radiology program. She played last year for the Burlington Lakers. She's a middle hitter, number 2, Emily DeGree. Emily's parents are Kevin and Tina DeGree. She was coached by Erica Mode. And the number 3-4 blue is an outside and middle hitter for the Divine Cameroon. She will be attending NDSU. It's number 3, Alyssa Hoglund. Alyssa's parents are Donovan and Linda Hoglund. Her high school coach was Nicole Bergman. Our next player plays for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. She'll be in the pre-dental program at the University of Nebraska next year. It's everybody's favorite center, Olivia Vetter. Olivia's parents are Richard and Charmaine Vetter. She was coached by Mark Quinette. It's another center, this time from Jamestown. She'll be attending the University of Mary studying elementary education. It's number 5, Katie Trumbauer. Katie's parents are Jeff and Jody Trumbauer. Her head coach was Sarah Hagerly. Next up, local girl Mandan Braves libero. Next year, she'll be training in volleyball courts for basketball shoes for playing at Bismarck State College. It's number 6, Piper Harris. Piper's parents are Jason and Sherry Harris. Her head coach was Anna Polk. Number 7, Jersey, an outside hitter, the high-flying Fargo Davies Eagle. She'll be playing at the University of St. Thomas as a Tommy. Let's go crazy for Ava Wild. Ava's parents are Christy and Clayton Roscoe. She was coached by Carolyn Olsen. It's another outside hitter. She also plays libero. She was with the Linton HMB Lions last year and the Class B Volleyball Senior Athlete of the Year. She'll be playing at Valley City State. It's number 8, JC Richter. JC's parents, John and Jamie Richter. She was coached by Jamie Richter. And number 9 for the blue team, outside hitter. She was a minor last year. She'll be a Jimmy next year. It's Kenzie Zura. Kenzie's parents are Jesse and Jessica Zura. Her head coach was Brian Philibek. It's another local hero. She helped lead the Bismarck High Demons in the Class A title game as the ABCA All South Region player, attending NDSU next year, number 10, Kennedy Renner. Kennedy's parents are Chad and Jamie Renner. She was coached by Brianna Klein. Last year, she was a tornado for Oaks High School. Next year, she'll be a Comet at Mayville State, studying physical therapy. The center and right side hitter, number 11, Abby Cox. And the parents are Andy Cox and Jill Carpenter. She was coached by Caitlin Hagan. And wearing the number 12 jersey for the blue team, the libero for the Thompson Tommies. She'll be playing at Devils Lake at Lake Region State College. It's the future Laker, number 12, Bailey Munson. Her parents are Mickey and Sarah Munson. Her head coach, Lisa Strand.
And that does it for our player introductions here as we'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, it's the first serve of day number 2. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series on your live event.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
As we get ready here for service between the red and the blue teams, I'd like to thank all of our feature sponsors for providing coverage throughout the Optimist Volleyball Series, including RDK Enterprises, our Thunder Seats scoreboard, Hillsboro EDC, our player interviews, and alongside our Irie Insurance with the pregame show. Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston DeVille with you for our three-man crew here of the Optimist Volleyball Series as we get things ready to go. And Joel, just taking a look at day number 2 here. I don't want to put you on the spot, but yesterday we saw the blue team win odd, and yesterday we saw every other. Will we continue every other, or will the blue team win set number 1 here and try to get the series sweep against a really good red team as well?
You know, you did really put me on the spot there because it is a little too close to call, but, you know, I think we're going to see a change from yesterday because these teams know each other better and they know their opponent better. I think the first team that goes on about a 3 or 4 point run is going to be the team that takes each set. I think we're going to see some bigger runs today is what I'm saying than what we saw yesterday.
As we get ready here at 7:14 for the opening serve by the blue team, Katie Trumbauer from Jamestown. This one goes to the outside and going to be nicely dug out by Team Blue in Piper Harris. This one comes across the net there with Kennedy Renner from BHS. Now it gets hit over, and that's going to be a kill and a point here for Team Red as they lead at 1-0. That was from Sydney Upton here for the first kill. She had 9 kills yesterday for the red team. So Team Red, Team Blue, something in the regular season that we saw, particularly with COVID in 2020. They normally would swap benches, but now we didn't see that too much in high school. And also here in the Optimist Volleyball Series as Macy Fridgen from Bismarck Century gets the opening kill for the blue team, and it's now a 1 point apiece on our Thunder Seed scoreboard.
Yeah, looking like set 1 yesterday. It was just back and forth. I think we had set 1 and set 3 somewhere along those lines. That's what we saw. It was just back and forth, no team really establishing any sort of big lead.
Bailey Munson from Thompson on to serve. Munson going to Lake Region State coming up here in the fall as Emma Lucas gets it over on the third hit. It's set up in the middle. This one, a nice tip kill. Give Trumbauer the assist, and Macy Fridgen now 2 for 2 at the net with her second kill for Team Blue.
Very nice read up front. Didn't put a whole lot on it. Knew where the defense was and got it by him for that kill.
As Munson comes on to serve yet again, Fiakuski with a dig. Here comes Clark to the outside. This is going to be out of the net. There was no touch after the hit there by Sydney Upton. And now it's 3-1 Blue over Team Red here in the Optimist Volleyball Series. Sydney Upton from Bishop Ryan heading to Minot State University to play collegiate volleyball for the Beavers in Division II in the fall. This one goes the outside by the aforementioned Upton. Going down to a knee was Munson, Trumbauer, and Trumbauer is going to run into the net. It's going to be a point here for Team Red. Something we didn't see a lot of, Joel, in yesterday's match was a lot of unforced errors. All things considered, very clean game considering the teams nearly had 72 hours to kind of get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of violations at the net, maybe 3 or 4 total between the two teams yesterday. So, yeah, really some clean volleyball played yesterday, and something that you don't see over the course of high school season, Chase. Net violations and smiles and laughter and jokes about it. So,
one's going to be hit and missed by Macy Fridge, and Hannah Hodel on to serve. The Fargo Shanley Deacon making her way down to Nebraska coming up here in the fall. She's going to be pursuing academics at Creighton coming up in Omaha. Hodel back on to serve. It's going to be dug out by Harris to the near side as Wild with the kill. Ava Wild now with 22 kills here in this Optimist All-Star Series from day number 1 yesterday. She gets her first here in day number 2.
Yeah, she's showing why she's going to be a D1 volleyball player next year, that's for sure, because this is some very good competition.
Part of our RDK Enterprises players of the game yesterday, her and Abby Cox from Team Blue. Here comes Delaney Clark with the set. Paige McAllister there hammers one home, but instead it's going to be dug up by the blue team. There's Hodel. They'll have to get it over on the third hit with Delaney Clark. This one comes to Trumbauer, middle hit. That's going to be topped over, and nice placement there, as that's going to be a kill by Alyssa Hoagland from Divide County. The Maroons in the house.
Yeah, just a lot of bunching up, collapsing on the ball for the red team, and gave blue team a whole lot of options to find ways to get some points on that rally.
As the blue team comes on to serve, this one dug out in the back left corner by Upton. Nadia Fiakuski from West Fargo gets it over on the third. Backset coming, Ava Wild over a double block. Clark with a left hand to keep it alive. Upton loses a little balance but gets it over. This one on top of the ribbon, and it'll be with Team Red. Here's Emma Lucas, deep push, nicely done, kept alive by Munson. Here comes Wild over a double block. Delaney Clark is there, Hodel with the set outside Lucas. Lucas goes to the back middle, Fridge in there with the dig. Now it comes blocked at the net. Emily DeGlee was blocked at the net, and that was a 1-2 combination there on the outside. Looked like Sydney Upton and Paige McAllister. Joel, this is where I said yesterday, can we give both a half a block there in terms of the stat line? 5-4, Team Blue on our Thunder Seed scoreboard here. Team Red looking to knot things up with Tegan Chair from Linton HMB on to serve. This comes to the outside. Ava Wild blocked at the net again, this time by McAllister. Outside deep push on the way. Clark is there, back left corner. Hodel near sideline as that goes to Lucas. She gets it over the 10-foot line. Trumbauer just has to bump it over on the third. She does. Delaney Clark outside. Nadia Fiakuski. Trumbauer keeps it alive. Harris to Wild. Cross court with the kill. Ava Wild with her second here in match number 1.
Yeah, she just came down like a sledgehammer on that ball, put it across. There was no way that far side defense was going to be able to get there and get a clean hit on it.
I like Sledgehammer as a song too, Joel. You know that, so he brings it out early in match number 1. 6-4 here on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. Olivia Vetter from Fargo Shanley on to serve. Lucas is there for the dig. This one comes to the middle, and Paige McAllister is blocked. Alyssa Hoagland gets her first block of the evening.
It's something that's really stood out here now in our sixth set of this series is that those 50-50 plays, those plays at the net, they're being won cleanly on plays and not unforced errors or just big miscues.
Vetter back on to serve. Lucas digs it out. Delaney Clark with a back step to Lucas with the kill. The future Viking and current Jag for at least one more day against the sign out here for the red team, and they will be on to serve. Lucas heading to VCSU, we mentioned in our broadcast yesterday, which you can rewatch on demand on your live event. A lot of NAIA products from VCSU, University of Jamestown. We got a Comet as well here in action. This one goes to the outside. Nice sprawling attempt by Hodel to keep that one alive after the hit there by Abby Cox. This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net. And the red team will get another block. Nadia Fiakuski is there for her first block of the evening.
Yeah, a lot of these players committing to play for Valley City State. Coach Graywater trying to kind of make that program her own now in her first handful of seasons. On top of that, a COVID season on that, and she's really gone with the North Dakota athletes.
Ava Wild miss hits that one on the far side. Tegan Chair was right on the line and says, that one's going to go to my left, so I'll let that one go Olay. And we're knotted at 7 apiece on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. On to serve is Eden Olsen again from our Redeemers. Olivia Vetter. This one goes cross court. Was there any touch at the net? No, after they hit by Abby Cox. And now it's Team Red with an 8-7 lead after they were trailing by 2, 6-4. On to serve yet again is Olson. This one will go on the back to Piper Harris. She'll be attending college at Bismarck State College coming up here in the fall. Olivia Vetter with the bump. This one going to be pushed over. Nicely done by Cox. Hannah Hodel outside Nadia Fiakuski with a power tip, and they somehow try to keep alive. Just unable to do so at the net. Give Nadia Fiakuski there, and that's going to be a point for Team Red. So far, 3 different players for the red team with the kill. Same for the blue team. Piper Harris with the dig. There's Olivia Vetter. This one goes to Abby Cox. They get it over on the third. Hodel outside Nadia Fiakuski. Look out, and she gets the kill off of Olivia Vetter. Nadia Fiakuski bringing her talents down to Texas, to Corpus Christi. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. It's 10-7, Team Red on your live event.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Volleyball camera.
As we're back here on your live event, Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston Duville here on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. It's 10-7. Chase, Joel, and Preston. We're going to have to work on our 3-man duo here in a little bit throughout the broadcast. But this has been a fun event, Joel, here early in set number 1. Very similar to what we saw yesterday through 5 sets in Fargo.
Yeah, the red team coming out here on a nice little run, putting themselves in front, getting this opportunity to try to take this opening set. And I said it in the pregame as I thought that whoever went on the biggest, maybe the 4, 5, 6 point run somewhere would be the team that would take this opening set.
Outside hitter Abby Cox from Oaks with the kill, and a side out. Abby heading to Mayville State University coming up here in the fall. She is the lone Comet here on this Optimist Volleyball Series. J.C. Richter, part of the Linton HMB back-to-back state title teams, on to serve. 10-8, Team Blue trailing it by 2 after a nice run by Team Red. Hannah Hodel gets it over on the third one. Olivia Vetter's there. Piper Harris to the outside. That goes with Richter, and Richter was almost going to get a kill. Nice attempt by Hodel, and they will actually give the point. That'll be to Abby Cox, So Cox is able to get that kill. You have Macy Fridgen, Hoagland, Ava Wild, and Cox so far with kills here for Team Blue. After that timeout, it was 10-7, Team Red, back-to-back points by the blue side. This one will go to the middle, punched over by Fiakuski, as now the blue team has to re-cooperate. They're blocked at the net. Harris keeps it alive after Renner keeps this one going. Deep push by Harris. Hodel is there. Olsen outside Fiakuski, and Fiakuski goes down the line but out of play. 3 straight points here by Team Blue. Tied at 10 apiece. We were tied at 7 apiece as well. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series here on your live event. Here comes another serve by Team Blue. Hodel's there. This one goes to the back set. Coming up is Paige McAllister for the kill. Trying to get the block there was Kenny Renner, but McAllister has a couple of inches in terms of her height on top of her, as McAllister stands at 5'11", and the side out and a point awarded to the red team. Maya Hintz here playing at her alma mater, Bismarck High, heading to Northern State Aberdeen in the fall for collegiate volleyball for the Wolves. Nicely spotted volleyball there by Abby Cox, and Hintz was trying to get to it quickly, but Abby Cox is able to get her 3rd kill. Piper Harris on to serve now. Harris was just a phenom for the Mandan Braves the last couple seasons as a libero. Back set on the way, Nadia Fiakuski. This one blocked at the net. There's Harris. You hear a little bit of the skin burning here on the court as well. Hence, this one comes Olsen to the middle, and the kill on the way for Danielle Heglar. Heglar, the North Star Bearcat, had a really nice night yesterday in Fargo with 15 kills and 5 blocks, and Joel, and she was on front. It seemed like Team Red found her a lot yesterday.
Yeah, she was once she got settled in, really was a big factor for Red Team down the stretch. Chase, that ball came off some hands, came our way. maybe give some ideas, your live event 3D at some point in the future?
We got a block right there. We need to bring the glasses both to at the stadium and also for those watching at home. Hagler there with the block. And speaking of 3D, back-to-back points here by Team Red. And, well, if we get another one, it's by Hagler, Joel. I think you had a premonition. This one comes to the middle. Olivia Vetter with the set, and Vetter's going to hit the net and actually go across the mid-stripe line here. So now all of a sudden, Team Red back out to their largest lead at 14-11 here in set number 1. Team Blue got out early, 6-4. Since then, it's been Team Red that's played a little bit better more consistently as Nadia Fiakuski gets this one in play. Tip on the way here by Team Blue. Olsen outside trying to power that one across with Sydney Upton. She hits into a net with a lift violation and a point here for the blue team on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. The goal of Thunder Seed fans is to maximize your profits with high-quality seed development through innovation, new technologies, and hard work. You can call Thunder Seed today at 218-422-9011. Serviced by Trumbauer of Jamestown. This one comes to the middle. Hagler at the 10-foot line, blocked at the net. And they had a pair of blue all-stars there, but they're going to give this one to Emily Degree of Delax Burlington, the Laker there, putting one across the net for the block. Service coming here for Trumbauer just over the net, and that might be her first ace of the night, and it is. Katie Trumbauer with the ace here for the blue team in 3 straight points, and we're knotted at 14 apiece.
Yeah, 28 combined points into this opening set, and that's the first ace. That's just kind of level of play that we've seen.
Service again for Trumbauer as she's heading to University of Mary here in the fall to pursue her academics. This one will be set up in the middle by Trumbauer. Blocked at the net. Macy Fringen was. They'll have another crack at this one. This one comes down the sideline. Kept alive nicely by Olsen. Nadia Fiakuski in the back row keeps it going. Outside Emily Degree with the tip. Hence is there. Here comes Olsen to the middle as that's going to be Haglar. She was blocked by Fringen. 1 versus 1. Power tip on the way by Renner. Hintz goes to the outside, coming across, and Piper Harris collects the dig for Team Blue. Here's a deep push. Nadia Fiakuski's there. Here's Olsen to the middle on the tip by Hagler. She was blocked. Nadia Fiakuski with a sprawling attempt to keep it alive. That's the longest volley of the night, and as we say that, Macy Fringen delivers the hammer. Team kill number 3 for Fringen. 15-14, and what was the longest rally here of set number 1 goes to the blue team. Service on the way here for Trumbauer continues, and she's going to get another ace. Good placement, back left corner. Nadia Fiakuski kind of was caught in no man's land, so she let it go by her, and that's going to be ace number 2 for Katie. 16-14 on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. Blue team trying to take set number 1 like they did last night in Fargo. This one goes to the outside, and oh, what a dig there. Getting down was Richter as it comes back to the Team Red. They're able to get this one over, but a miss hit by Kylie Storo. And now all of a sudden, it's the blue team with one of their largest leads at 17-14. It's been 6 straight points by Team Blue. Service coming by Trumbauer. This one a knuckler, and Nadia Fiakuski and also Storo were kind of there, but went right between them, and the third ace here by Trumbauer. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. 18-14 Team Blue here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Continue here for day number 2 of the Optimist Volleyball Series. Right now, it's Team Blue on a 7-0 run. They were trailing at 14-11. Since then, Team Blue has erupted thanks in part to Katie Trumbauer having 3 aces. The blue team led by Macy Fringen and Abby Cox with 3 kills. The Team Red led by the 2 kills of Nadia Fiakuski. Joel, what have you seen from Team Blue here on this run?
The serving. It's been absolutely excellent. I think they're really kind of taking red team out of system. You saw that last serve. A little bit was taken off, a little bit of a knuckler, and it got the defense going, hey, is it yours? Is it mine? Whose is it? And that was enough to get that ace. So the serving has really set the tone for what Blue's been trying to accomplish.
Fridgen blocked at the net by the opposite number 1 and Hengler from North Star. That's her second block. And coming on here to serve for Team Red is Delaney Clark from Bismarck Century High School. Clark is a center heading to play at Valley City State University coming up in the fall. Here's Clark's serve, and that one hits the top of the net but can't go over on the blue team side, so that will be a service error, and now it will be up to the blue team, and Thompson Tommy product and Bailey Munson coming on here for Team Blue.
And Chase, you know, it's been a good showing out here in terms of the fans in Bismarck, but the facilities, how welcoming they've been. Both sites have been very welcoming to us, and we always appreciate the opportunities we get to broadcast these all-star games.
No touch at the net there after the hit coming on the way by Sydney Upton. So Team Blue now up by 5, and yes, they put a lot of resources and facility and infrastructure here to Bismarck Legacy High School. Mandan's getting a new high school after next year. Got Bismarck St. Mary's as Nadia Fiakuski gets the kill in the back row as Munson was trying to pancake that one. Instead, Fiakuski gets her third kill. And if there was a time for the red team to make a run, it's right now. They're trailing it 20-16 here on our Thunder Seat scoreboard as Hannah Hodel from Fargo Shanley on to serve.
I had this coach when I first started broadcasting volleyball in South Dakota. Anytime your opponent's into the 20s, you're in what's called pressure time because you don't have a lot of room for error. And that's where red team is sitting right now, down by 4 with blue team sitting right at 20.
Couple nice blocks by McAllister. The blue team eventually does get it over. There's Emma Lucas for the kill. Piper Harris back right corner tried to dig it. She got to the volleyball, just couldn't keep it in the corner play. Emma Lucas with her second kill here of the match. Cool to see yesterday too. There was, as we kind of look in the crowd here, there's a number of high school and also parents and family members. A lot of girls yesterday from Northern Cass, their entire team essentially from Coach Angie Johnson and the Jags making their way to Fargo Shanley. Here's Fridgen. She hits one into the net. Now it's 20-18 Team Blue. So we mentioned about making a run. The last 2 points won by the red team, and Hannah Hodel continues to serve. Finding your rotation too, and I think 12 is just a really nice number here in volleyball at an all-star game as well to kind of keep in rotation. Ava Wild with the kill, 3 double block there. Wild with her third, but Joel, I think 12, you kind of get a couple minutes off, but then you're back on the floor here. And 12 just seems to be the right number, so to speak, in an all-star match for volleyball here.
Yeah, and you want to give players the opportunity to play and to feel like the 3 days worth of work has paid off for them, and there's no missed chances. Your family's coming out, so you get that opportunity. But yeah, in terms of X's and O's, is you're going to have a set rotation of 12. Players are going to see the court. And for these Class B girls who play in some of these smaller programs where they're probably never rotating out, this might be the first time they've done that in their high school career.
McAllister called with a net violation there for the red team. So the blue team 3 points away here from taking set number 1 and trying to get up 1-love here in the Optimist Volleyball Series. And day number 2. This one comes to the outside. There is Lucas cross court. Nice dig there by Munson. Proper placement. This one goes cross court. Hannah Hodel's there. Goes back on the Team Blue side. Alyssa Haugland. Now it goes Ava Wild into the net. And the Team Red will earn the point. And the side out now 22-19. Seen some really good volleyball matches in terms of these sets so far. As we had 27-25 in set number 1 last night. And then the 5th and final set went plus 15. It went 19-17. Some dugout by Munson. There into the middle here. This one going to be a tip by Haugland. The red team keeps it going. Nadia Fiakuski back right corner. Oh, that one just dipped like a rainbow at the very end. Looked like it was going to go out, but Nadia Fiakuski with the right placement there. She earns her 4th kill.
Talking about that pressure time chase, we now have the red team in the 20s. Not a lot of room for error on either side right now to close out this first set.
Tingen Cher on to serve. Dugout, here comes Trumbauer. Back to Wild through a double block. And, well, Ava Wild, if she continues to do this business, the University of St. Thomas product and Fargo Davies, it just seemed like yesterday, Joel, when Team Blue needed a point, when Ava Wild was on the court, they somehow found Wild, and they're doing it again here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to enjoy seeing her in the Summit League next year.
NDSU, look out, UND and company. Here comes Olivia Vetter. Dug out by Lucas. There is Clark outside. Nadia Fiakuski cross court. Munson's there. This one going to be tied on the net, and it's going to be a point for the red team. You talk about hitters in baseball exit velocity, Joel. We mentioned that yesterday. There's some volleyball players, though, that just hit a heavy ball, and Nadia Fiakuski is one of them.
Yeah, I would not want to get in the way of that. I would not want to try to defend against that.
Here comes the serve by the red team and Eden Olson. Piper Harris there with the dig. Olivia Vetter near side. This one gets over by Cox. Sprawling to get to that one is Olson. Nadia Fiakuski off her right shoe, able to get that one over on the third. Here comes Wild through a double block and another kill. Ava Wild with kill number 5. And got to give a lot of credit, I think, to Munson Cox and some of the setters we're seeing here as well for the blue team, just putting it right on the money for Wild to hammer another one home.
Yeah, and I don't know how she's seeing through those blocks. I mean, she has the pure power to just hammer it through a block, but it really seems like she's just seeing the openings, taking advantage of those opportunities.
Richter on to serve here for set point here for Team Blue. This one gets over. Piper Harris there just kind of caught herself a little inverted, as that's going to be a kill on the way. That looked to be Paige McAllister with her second kill. And now Team Red leads back-to-back good serves here by Maya Hintz from Bismarck High to at least get this set number 1 into extras.
So, Chase, when she goes back to the bench and coach says, why didn't you get that one, does she say, because I was inverted?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. This one comes to near side and through another double block. It's Team Blue. This time it's Kennedy Renner here. Kennedy from Bismarck High, and how appropriate, able to put set number 1 to bed, 25-22. On our Thunder Seat scoreboard, the blue team takes set number 1 here on your live event.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to irieinsurance.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of...
Set number 2 here at Bismarck High. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series. Day number 2, Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston Neuville with you here of our 3-man crew. If you missed any of the action yesterday or any of our player interviews, you can go online to YouTube by searching Your Live Event. That's Your Live Event. We'd also like to thank Hillsborough EDC. There's more at Exit 104 for our player interviews here with the Optimist Volleyball Series. So set number 1, just like yesterday, goes to the blue team, 25-22. Ava Wild with a match-high 5 kills for Team Blue. Then Abby Cox had 3, Macy Fridgen with 3 as well. And then give 3 aces to Katie Trumbauer from Jamestown for the red team. Nadia Fiakuski matched Ava Wild with 5 kills. You had 2 kills apiece by Paige McAllister and Emma Lucas. It looked like Team Red was going to go away as they had 7 straight points, 18-14, but then a big rally by Team Blue, particularly the serves by Katie Trumbauer, and then got the Team Red a little bit out of sorts as the red team comes on with Riley Hoff from Drake Anamoose on a serve.
Yeah, I think that first set, Chase, was won and lost at the service line. There was a couple service errors that came the way of the red team, and that kind of stymied their chance to try to come back.
Here's the blue team as this one's going to be close to almost a kill, and it will be a kill. Good looking hit there by Kennedy Renner, who finished set number 1 off, the Bismarck High product, as Kennedy in the fall will be attending North Dakota State University, pursuing her academics. As Kinsey Zerhoff from Beulah is on here, and they have to make sure the rotation is good, as Piper Harris now will come on and serve. As we saw last night, the libero switch between Richter and Harris. So Harris on to serve here for Team Blue. Good looking serve there by Harris. This one dug out. This one goes to the back to the outside. That's going to be Emma Lucas. Olivia Better, back sets on the way. This one going to be close to the net, and that one's going to be hit in the net instead by J.C. Richter, and a point for Team Red is coming on here will be Delaney Clark. Alongside with her will be Nadia Fiakuski. All right, team right now with Delaney Clark, part of the setters here for Team Red. You have her, also Eden Olsen, the liberos of Maya Hintz, and also Hannah Hodel, and we'll see a little bit of a defensive specialist by Tegan Scher throughout the night. Nadia Fiakuski with a great-looking hit. This one comes over. Back right corner there is Hintz. This one goes the outside. Emma Lucas is blocked at the net, but with her left hand keeps it alive. This one gets pushed over on 3 by Delaney Clark. Here comes Team Blue. Back set. Richter through a double block. Nicely done by Riley Hoff in the back by the red team. Hagler with the kill. Some good passing there by both teams, but Hagler, in the middle hitter, says if you're not going to put up a block attempt, I'll hammer one home for my second kill of the night. Service here by the red team down the line and an ace. Delaney Clark. That looked like a slider in baseball as that one was just continuing to move away. She gets the ace.
Yeah, and those are the kind of things that spark your offense to get moving, is long sustained trips to the service line, but if you can rack up a few aces in the mix there, it helps a lot.
That's going to be hit out of play, and Team Blue is asking for a touch. I don't think there's going to be anything given, or is there? The back judge says yes, there is given, so that'll be a kill for Ava Wild. That'll be her 6th, and the blue team will earn the point as they trail it now 3-2. Ava Wild was pleading and begging, even in a all-star game. It means something to try to earn the kill, earn another step, but more importantly, try to get your team one step closer from sweeping the opposition, which is what Team Blue is trying to do. Delaney Clark back set. Here comes Nadia Fiakuski over a double block. There is going to be Piper Harris, and then Zerhoff hits one into the net, and the red team will earn the side out. Take a look at the college level of talent. Valley City State, Bismarck State College, Northern State, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, NDSCS. That's just on Team Red. We'll get to Team Blue here in a second. Hannah Hodel on to serve here for the Team Red. Dug out nicely by Richter. Back set Vetter coming up through a double block. Hodel is there in the back right corner. Clark to the outside. Lucas, and Lucas gets the kill. There's 2 players at the net named Macy Fringen and Abby Cox, but nicely done there on the outside by Emma Lucas for her 3rd kill of the evening. Hannah Hodel, a 5-2 lead here for Team Red on her Thunder Seat scoreboard. On to serve, Olivia Vetter is there. Macy Fringen with the tip. Nice attempt to keep it going here by the red team, by Delaney Clark coming in to get that one and keep it going. But Macy Fringen, as she did so much this past year at Bismarck Century, is just a middle hitter, and she has a cannon with a right arm.
Yeah, got the big hit, got the big kill, ends that rally right when her team needed it the most.
5-3. Team Blue on to serve here. Katie Trumbauer, look out. We'll see if she continues the aces like she did in set number 1. There's Riley Hoff. This one back set on the way. Emma Lucas, the back left corner. There's Piper Harris. This one comes to Zerhoff, blocked at the net. Here comes Team Red. Delaney Clark. Hodel gets it into the net on the 3rd one. And it will be back-to-back points here for the blue team. As coming on, yet again, is Katie Trumbauer. Team Blue, University of Jamestown, Bismarck State. I'm going to see St. Thomas, Mayville State Lake region here for girls that are moving on to play collegiately next fall. This one comes to the middle. Trumbauer hit there by Fringen, blocked at the net by McAllister. And the first block by Page. That is the 5th one as we got the red team down for, as they lead it now 6-4. Also, you just see, Creighton, you see Nebraska, where Olivia Vetter's going to be coming up here in the fall to pursue her education, University of Mary as well. So kind of spread out a little bit here with these volleyball all-stars. Hannah Hodel there gets down to a knee for a dig. This one goes Hoff for the kill. Drink and a Moose is in the house. Riley Hoff with her 6th kill here of the Optimist Volleyball Series. 7-4 now, Team Red and Team Blue in set number 2. Service by Tegan Scher. This one goes to the 10-foot line. Outside is going to be hit over by Zerhoff. There's Nadia Fiakuski, dug out by Trumbauer, and keeping alive is Harris. They get it over on the 3rd by Fringen, out of play, and a miscue by the blue team as the red team has stretched out their lead, now doubling up Team Blue by 4. Optimist Volleyball Series here at Bismarck High School. High school athletics in the central part of the state, in the capital city, ever so important. We saw basketball camp going on earlier here at BHS before for that elementary to middle school level. This one going to be hit into the net by McAllister, and a point by the blue team. Something you see a lot of, though, during the month of June, particularly team camps, individual camps at the high school level where the respective schools or across the state of North Dakota are hosting. And then the varsity or junior varsity players, they go to team camps at colleges throughout the summer. This one hit into the net by Paige McAllister. Back-to-back points here by the blue team. They cut that deficit in half, trailing it by 2. Service on the way here for Bailey Munson. And Coach Lisa Strand, also part of the Optimist Volleyball Series, to allow us to be here. We'd like to thank the Volleyball Committee for the Optimist Volleyball Series for allowing us to be here last year and this season as well. Nadia Fiakuski with her team-leading 6th kill for the red team here as she will sub out. It's now 9-6 Team Red. This one we haven't seen as long of a rally, Joel, in set number 2. It's been kind of more short and sweet, so to speak, for the team that's serving.
Yeah, I think the longest rally we've seen has been, just a few point runs. But yeah, it's been, teams have really done a good job of holding each other out of system in this set.
Kennedy Renner with the kill. That's going to be her 3rd, and already for the blue team, they have 4 players with 3 or more kills here in this second set. Coming on to serve is going to be Richter. This one goes back right, and another ace. So J.C. Richter, that's her first. The Class B Senior Athlete of the Year heading to VCSU. Comes on and gets a serve, and that has to make Mom happy on the bench. Yeah, Jamie Richter and Jamie Zastapool, the coaches here for Team Blue.
That has been the difference. I mean, that's why Blue took the first set, is what they've been able to do at the service line. And Reds just hasn't been able to really kind of get in that groove.
And we're going to get another one that was hit deep, and nice job by Richter, the head coaches for the red team. Carolyn Olson from Fargo Davies and Tim Wallstrom from the Kenmare Honkers. Tied at 9 apiece here. And set number 2, set number 1 went to the blue team, 25-22. Eden Olson outside as this one goes across. There's Richter. This one, nice hit on the way there by Renner. Hodel tried to get the dig. Kennedy Renner will earn the point for the blue team. Right now the blue team getting a little bit of a rhythm. It was 8-4 at one point, the red team, but since then the blue team has woken up here in the second set. Service, Richter yet again hits the top of the net. Hannah Hodel to the outside here, back right corner, kept alive by Munson. Trumbauer is there. They're going to push this one over on this 3rd hit by Degree, as the red team will get this one over as well. Trumbauer near side going cross court. That one's going to be in for the point. Kennedy Renner earns the kill here, as some fans in the house with Renner right in front of us here clapping. That's now number 5 here for Renner to match Ava Wild. She has 6, but that's been a nice 1-2 combination right now for the blue team.
Yeah, the defense on that sequence was just so far up. As soon as that ball got hit back, I mean, red team's defense knew that they're just going to have to hope that that one was hit long the way that they were tied up front.
Olsen goes to the outside there after the hit. Somehow getting over on the 3rd was Degree for the blue team. That's going to be tied at the net again, able to get it over with Storo from Wapaton. Punching it over, there's going to be Ava Wild for the blue. This one to the outside. That's going to be with Riley Hoff. Near side here for the blue team. Kept alive by Tegan Scher. Then hammering one is going to be Ava Wild. And we will have a net violation on the blue team, on the red team and Paige McAllister. So Team Blue now up 12-9. We continue this rally going, as coming on to serve yet again is J.C. Richter. Very similar to kind of the Trumbauer run. that we saw in set number 1 for the blue team. This one goes to the outside, and there's going to be the side out and the much-needed point, but also for the red team to earn the kill. Kylie Storo from Wahpeton with her first one here in the second set. Now Maya Hintz from Bismarck High on to serve, as Hagler will be playing up front here for the red team. Hintz the lefty. This one will be in the middle. Munson's there outside. Coming up there is going to be cross court on the kill. Oh, that's the old bump set spike for the kill, and Emily DeGree earns that one. That's her first one of the evening. DeGree from Delax Burlington. She'll be going to play collegiate volleyball at Bismarck State College here in the fall. Timeout on the floor on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. It's the blue team up by 3 on your live event.
Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13. Kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Back here on your live event from Bismarck High School. It's day number 2 of the North Dakota Optimists Volleyball Series. Blue team right now up 13-10. Saw a 5-setter yesterday, and just was kind of curious how many sets we would get here tonight in Bismarck. We know this, 4 sets for sure. No matter what, we will be going for, whether a team, for example, if Team Blue is able to finish off the second and the third set here, as after the timeout, Olivia Venner on to serve here for the blue team. Olivia Vetter with a nice little running jump serve. Hoff is there with the dig. Olsen to Hagler. Nice sprawling attempt by Richter. This one able to punch it over on the third there by Renner. Into the middle here, Hagler with the tip across, and we're going to have a net violation here on the blue team and a point and a side out for Team Red.
And I'm curious, Chase, and obviously the blue team is the only team in line to get a straight set win here in this day too, but if they do get that straight set and we play that fourth, we're going to see some different positions for some of these players, maybe doing something a little bit different in their last chance here this season.
Riley Hoff from Drake Anamoose. She'll be going to North Dakota State College of Science, and something that we haven't seen, maybe out of position or out of placement there from the blue team, so back-to-back points. You know, that's one of those where if it was a baseball or softball, you would ask your coach, hey, I've never played center field before, but why don't you throw me out there, coach, and see if I can catch a fly ball or two, as this one is going to be a spike and a kill by Abby Cox from Oaks. And Abby's had herself a really nice Optimist Volleyball Series, Joel. We saw 10 kills yesterday, so far 4 here today. Abby Cox has been a really nice compliment to Ava Weil, Macy Frigid and company on that front row.
Yeah, she's done a fantastic job, the Oaks product. The Oaks Tornadoes Volleyball has had a good run the last couple of years. Playing in a very, very tough region and district. You look at the team that came out of there before they kind of ended that run. You're looking at Lemoore Litchfield Marion, a team that won 3 straight Class B volleyball championships, and some of their members a big part of the run that the University of Jamestown has been on the last few years.
Here comes Vetter, back set on the way. This one able to get over. Hintz is down the line for the dig and the cover. Emma Lucas on the third for Team Red. Good attempt there in the back by Piper Harris. Here's Zerhoff into the net. A point for the red team on one of the longer rallies that we've seen here in this second set, as Nadia Fiakuski is set to return alongside Delaney Clark. Nadia Fiakuski will be going out, her head coach as well, Kelsey Gibbons. I don't seem she was going to step down here at the end of the season, and give credit to the West Fargo Packers the last couple of years being a tough contender in Class A. Good back set on the way there. Vetter with the assist, and give Ava Wild another kill. I tell you what, Olivia Vetter, Joel, she puts it right on the money for these blue team hitters.
Yeah, she's been a key part of really setting up the way that the blue team has come down. Sometimes it's a little bit easy to see your setters get lost in the shuffle, almost like an offensive lineman at times in football, where they're such a big part of where that offense comes from.
The blue team here with Zerhoff able to get that one over. Hintz there with the dig. Clark with the back set. Upcoming Fiakuski off the deflection, and that will be a kill for the red team. Nadia Fiakuski now with her 7th. Nadia stands at 6 foot even, outside hitter. And we'll have a substitution, Nadia Fiakuski as well, the senior. We are kind of spoiled here as Fiakuski Senior Athlete of the Year in Class A. She's playing with the WDA Senior Athlete of the Year in Maya Hintz, and the Class B Senior Athlete of the Year is JC Richter. So we're spoiled with talent here in the Optimist Volleyball Series. Hannah Hodel keeps that one going. Riley Hoff is there. Fiakuski at the 10-foot line. Now it's Vetter set up outside here for the blue team across. There's no touch at the net, and a point here for Team Red, and we're knotted at 15 apiece. 14-12 Team Blue. Now Hannah Hodel on to serve. After that, it's been Team Red with a little bit more of a run right now, and a small run. Zerhoff gets that one over. Nice attempt by Hodel to keep that one up. And there's Fiakuski with the bump over on the third. Vetter, this one going to be blocked at the net, and Renner going to be blocked at the net. It'll be out of play though after the deflection by the red team, and Renner now with her 6th kill. As coming on here will be the blue team slated to serve, with Trumbauer also coming back on. It looks to be like Emily DeGree here. It is from Delax Burlington. Service on the way for Trumbauer. Seen 3 aces so far for Trumbauer. That's the reason why. Just gets it over. Nadia Fiakuski on the 3rd hit for the Team Red. Here's Zerhoff blocked at the net, kept alive there by Fridgen. Zerhoff will now another crack at it. That was Riley Hoff. Good pass. Delaney Clark trying for the dump kill. Instead, it's kept alive by the blue team. Zerhoff back in the middle. Hodel's there outside. Lucas blocked at the net. Nice cover by Hoff. And then a joust is going to be won by Fridgen. 50-50 ball, Macy Fridgen, and also Paige McAllister went up for that one. And the left hand there by Fridgen gets the point. Blue team leads it on our Thunder Seed scoreboard by 2. Trying to win set number 1 and set number 2 here and take a stranglehold on the Optimist Volleyball Series. Nadia Fiakuski, though, I'll go to where your bread is buttered. That's Nadia Fiakuski. She's got 8 kills now to lead the red team as the red team gets the side out.
Yeah, this one's so closely contested right now, and the red team, if they can get on a good run here, we may see them take this set and tie things up.
Seen a little bit more balance by the blue team, where the red team so far has been a lot of Nadia Fiakuski that we've said. Here's a block at the net off a Macy Fridgen hit. Emily Legree with the push, covered nicely by Hodel down the line. Delaney Clark to the middle, powered across there by McAllister. Here one comes across the net from Degree. Hodel there with the bump. This one goes to Fiakuski, and that's going to be no touch at the net. That one just misses the back by about a half a foot, and the blue team earns the side out as Bailey Munson will come on. Alongside with her will be Kennedy Renner. 18-16, the blue team here. Very similar situation we saw in set number 1, where they were up 18-14 and went on to win set 1 25-22. McAllister able to get that one over on the 3rd back set. Here's Renner at the 10-foot line. Riley Hoff on the cover. Delaney Clark opposite side to Hoff, blocked at the net, punched over there by McAllister. Deep push. Oh, what a find. Trumbauer, and that drill was quicker than a ping pong match. Trumbauer there with the back right corner, able to find her eyes and said everybody was playing close to the net, so I'll just push one across for the point.
Yeah, she kind of stayed out of the mix around the circle, around the front of the net, knowing, kind of picking her spot, picking her opportunity, and picks the best one there as she just finds open court.
Hodel, Clark, back set, Fiakuski down the line, and Munson with an absolute cannon of a dig, but Nadia Fiakuski like a firework. It just sounds different when it comes off her right hand.
Yeah, she hit that one right in the sweet spot. It came right back over. A lot of arc on that one. No doubt that was going to go out of play and become a point for the red team.
Fiakuski will check out. Coming in will be Eden Olsen here. Olsen will be coming on to set as well for the red team. Goes to the opposite side there, and Richter near side is Renner down the line. Hodel keeps it going. Now they'll have to get it over on the 3rd. They do with Tegan Scher. This one comes to the middle. Trumbauer, Macy Fridgen gets the kill. Fridgen with her 6th here in Bismarck Century. They have been the team to beat in Class A, winning the championship over Bismarck High last year. They've been to every state championship game since 2010. I should check that, since 2011. 2010 was the last year that Century failed to make a Class A state title. This one comes to the near side, a nice back set, and Riley Hoff from Drake Anamoose with her 2nd kill this volleyball match.
I would say this is the biggest serve of the set right now, Chase, for the red team. They need to build some momentum. They're in pressure time right now. They need to make up those points, and they just have not really sustained a run here, but it'd be good to get it here late and close things out.
Maya Hintz on to serve. Ava Wild with a push. Hintz is there, back left corner. Olsen goes to Hoff, and Hoff gets another kill. Riley Hoff with a couple here. We see some fans wearing black and silver in the house making some noise. 20-19.
That's exactly what the red team needs right now. They just need to sustain this service trip.
Maya Hintz back on here. Fellow Bismarck High Demon on to serve. Trumbauer to Wild. Look out. Whoa, nice dig by Hintz, but no one was at the net. Wild says, you get me once, but not the second time. If you don't put up a block on Wild, she hit that one in front of the 10-foot line, for crying out loud. That's a kill.
And I, Wild got the good hit that ball square on. The other hitters around her took a step back, getting ready to play on defense, and I think that lulled the front row a little bit of the red team, and that's what set things up for Wild.
Olivia Vetter on to serve. The blue team 4 points away from taking set number 2. Olsen goes to the middle. That one just over the ribbon there and able to come across, and a smile there by Kylie Storo. The old adage of sometimes better to be lucky than good in sports, is all these girls are awfully talented in their own right, but when you hit that one right on the top of the net, you're never sure of where it's going to go. The service here will be Riley Hoff. The red team down by 1. Vetter with the serve, with the set, and hammering one is Abby Cox for her 5th kill. You have 4 different blue team members with 5 kills or more as the blue team leads it by 2, 22-20. This is a similar situation we saw ourselves in set number 1 with the exact same score with the exact same team on top. Piper Harris on to serve. Hoff is there. Olsen to the outside. Emma Lucas in for the kill. Emma Lucas now with her 4th, and that was good passing there by the red team, and Emma Lucas timed it perfectly for her 4th.
Yeah, red right now is just kind of keeping pace with blue, and you don't have a lot of those give and go or give and take situations left here as both of your teams right now in the 20s.
Delaney Clark on to serve for the red team. Vetter into the middle here, and we're going to have a tip at the net by Abby Cox, but it was blocked there by Danielle Hengler from North Star. That's her 3rd of the 6 blocks here at the net by the red team. Tied at 22 apiece. Service. Back left corner there is Piper Harris. Now it's going to come to Ava Wild. Cross court. Fiakuski with the dig. Hintz with the bump. Outside Lucas. Good push and better cover there by the blue team. Here comes Wild, and Wild's going to get the kill. Ava Wild just continues to shine. She's got 9 kills here for the blue team. 23-22 for Team Blue, and they're 2 points away from putting this second set to bed, as the officials will have a quick conference call here to make sure if there was a tip or not on that last hit. Blue team won set number 1, 25-22. So they're trying to get up 2 sets to love here before we get to the 3rd, and I think they're going to say that it was deflected for the point, and they will continue to give the blue team the point. Here is Ava Wild is going to be on to serve. Blue team with 5 aces to 1 right now for Team Red. This one goes back right corner. Hintz is there. Lucas close to the net. Nadia Fiakuski trying to get it over, but there was Kinsey Zerha from Beulah. And a really nice job for the block. And now it's a set point here in set number 2 for the blue team. Service upcoming. Ava Wild, this one dug up by Hoff. There's Fiakuski going cross court, dug up by Vetter. Hintz is there. Delaney Clark with the set. Somehow gets it over as Hengler from North Star. Vetter sets it up to Fridgen, and that'll do it in set number 2. Macy Fridgen with her 7th kill, and just like set number 1, the blue team wins it 25-22. We're back after this with set number 3 here on your live event.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston DeVille with you here. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series on your live event. And set number 1 and set number 2 finished the same, 25-22. The blue team, blue right now, led by Ava Wild with 9 kills. Macy Frigin from Bismarck Century with 7. The red team led by Nadia Fiakuski with 9 kills. And after that, you have 4 by Lucas and 3 by Riley Hoff. Joel, we were talking a little bit off air saying, you know what, just seems the serves by Team Blue right now is really a sputter to the red team a little bit to try to get that first attack across the net. And again, 5 aces, but sometimes it's not the ace, it's just the placement of the serve, Joel. And that's what the blue team has done a really nice job of.
Yeah, they've kept red team out of system, and I think they kind of know what their favorable, if you're the blue team, they know what the favorable matchup of the 6 out on the court is from the red team, and they've been able to keep sustained trips to the service line. You know, that's always the key in volleyball, too, is to make sure you have the right matchup, and blue team has kept the matchup right where they want it to be.
As Trumbauer will be on to serve here for the blue team. A reminder still to come on our post-game show. We'll get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Take a look at some of the final stats of this one. Put this day number 2 in the Optimist Volleyball Series here to bed as well, and then get to our Hillsboro EDC player interviews as well. Trumbauer on to serve here. Match that has taken so far just about 15 minutes for our 2 sets. This one is going to be nicely tipped over at the very last moment, and it's going to be a point on the way there for Sydney Upton for her second kill. Upton, an All-State Class B selection from Bishop Bryan, heading to Minot State University. Also, Eden Olson from Ari Demers will be staying in the Magic City. She'll be attending Minot State in the fall as well. Delaney Clark there with the dig, Hodel with the set. They're able to get it over with Upton. There it's going to be Piper Harris. Trumbauer to the middle, Frigin, and look out! Macy Frigin right down Broadway with her 8th kill here of the evening.
Do we know if that volleyball, did it have a family?
It's not going to have a family after that one. That was hit hard. That's like bowling a strike where you just let it go off of your wrist and you just kind of can feel it going on the curve. That's exactly what that one did. Back set on the way. Riley Hopp blocked at the net. You had Frigin there also with Kennedy Renner with the 1-2 combination.
Well, still early, obviously, in set 3, but for the red team right now, they need to have a long, sustained trip. They had just not been able to do that. They really felt like the first 2 sets, especially the last one, all they really did was pace the blue team. They need to start taking over here in this third.
Renner gets another kill. She's up to 7, and the blue team up 3-1 here in set number 3. I'm going to look at Kenny Renner in terms of what she was able to provide last year. First team All-State, All-WDA, and All-State tournament team selection for the Bismarck High Demons. Tegan Cher is there to the outside as Upton down the line, and Upton with a nice kill. Seen a lot of cross courts, but we've seen a few right down the line, and that's a tough shot to master, Joel, because you got the pole, you got a hand or 2 up there, but Sydney Upton did a really nice job. As Hintz will come on and serve here for the red team, trying to tie this one up at 3 apiece early in set number 3. Munson somehow with her right hand just got it going, and hitting the deck here is going to be Danielle Hagler from North Star, and you can kind of hear the crowd go ooh for a second as she goes down, as they will have the trainer and the coaches are coming out here, and good to see Hagler coming off of her own power right now as she will come out here right when she hit might have came up with an ankle from a blue team member. You see that a lot in volleyball sometimes when you're at the net, that you just might get an inadvertent step on a shoe, and you just hope that there's nothing more there. Hagler going to VCSU coming up here in the fall, as she will come out and get attended to it. I think more than anything else, Joel, in a All-Star series, that's the one thing you just don't want to see, as we will have a timeout here on the floor.
Yeah, you want to avoid injury as much as possible, and I would imagine she just the way she came down, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be it for her for the set for sure, possibly for the rest of this matchup.
As we'll take a timeout as well, with a timeout on the floor on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. It's a blue team up by 1.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Danielle Hagler again comes off the floor. The good news is she came off under her own pressure. The bad news is you just wonder if her night might potentially be done. But again, in the bigger, grander scheme of things, this is one of those where you just kind of continue to move up and down and just hope that everything is all right, as you hope it's nothing more than maybe just a twisted knee or a twisted ankle right now, as Coach Carolyn Olson alongside with Tim Wallstrom from Kenmare is coming on, giving her some words of encouragement. And we'll see what the rest of the evening is going to look like. But she'll be a cheerleader right now on the bench here for the red team moving forward as it looks right now. The red team back on the court here. Nadia Fiakuski gets one over. Piper Harris is there. Trumbauer back set on the way, blocking nicely at the net. This one goes to the outside. Sydney Upton, nice location. Trumbauer keeps it going, and we're going to have a blue team member sliding under the net. That was Candy Redder, not for the lack of hustle, and we're tied at 3 apiece.
That could be one of those things. The rotation likely going to look different for the red team for the rest of the stretch run here. At least we know for sure 2 more sets. Potentially, you want that 5th set to come your way. But sometimes those are things that energize a team, because they know they have a down teammate who's going to be watching on the sideline, and it'll help them get things maybe going a little bit.
Hence with the serve, Piper Harris is there. This one at the 10-foot line is Renner partially blocked at the net. Renner will get the kill. She's up to 8 now, and this is one of those things, too. You have the All-Star Series, but all of a sudden you take a look, and it's not too far from now where some of these players, Joe, for college volleyball is about 2 months away, realistically, by the time you move in, by the time you kind of go through these summer activities, either on your own or with the team, and then you start looking at mid-August and start having some volleyball matches, as this one's going to be knocked over by Nadia Fiakuski for the kill.
Yeah, that fall season comes awfully fast. You get into summertime and you have that break, and then it's time to go. It's time to get ready, and on top of that, when you're at the collegiate level, you have volleyball camps, not your own camps, but camps that your programs put on that you're always expected to be a part of as well.
Here comes the blue team off a double block. Riley Hoff keeps it alive, and Hance and Delaney Clark just kind of looked at each other. One thought the other was going to hit it, and a point for the blue team as they lead it 5-4. Hagler right now putting a bag of ice, by the way, on her right knee. So she'll more than likely be done for the night, but we hope it's just nothing more than maybe just a little bit of a tweak of the ankle. Hagler, an All-State Class B selection from North Star, again heading to Valley City State one more time here in the fall. So the blue team leads it by 1. Olivia Vetter on to serve. This one going to be tight at the net. Delaney Clark is there to Fiakuski, back left corner, and Piper Harris keeps it alive. Kenny Renner, and that one's going to be another kill. The Bismarck High Demon looks pretty good in her own den here, I would say. Joel and Kenny Renner, particularly on that outside that's closest to us right now at the net.
Yeah, anytime you play at home, either be it a volleyball or an all-star series, whether it be the region, district tournament, you always feel that extra energy, that extra push to try to perform better on your home court.
Emma Lucas just misses the back left corner, and Team Blue jumps out now to a 7-4 lead here in the 3rd set, their largest here in set number 3 on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. For more information, you can check out their website at thunderseed.com. That again is thunderseed.com. Vetter on to serve. Riley Hoff is there. This one gets back set to Hoff, and that's a really nice back set by Delaney Clark. Riley Hoff gets to kill her 4th, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, Joel. The sets that we've seen here whether it's front, whether it's back sets, it's just been more times than not right on the money. And I'm more amazed by it because they've only played together as a team, respectively, for 3 to 4 days right now. Service on the way by the red team. Here's Olivia Vetter. Coming to the near is going to be Abby Cox for the kill. Abby Cox with the right-handed hammer. She's got 6 kills, and the blue team matches another point as they lead it by 3.
Yeah, anytime, you say, well, setter, just put it where they want to hit it, right? But you got to know their tendencies. You got to know where they like it. You got to know what works. You have varying heights of your hitters around you. So, yeah, they're really having to gel really fast here in just a couple days of practice.
J.C. Richter, service for the blue team. Nadia Fiakuski goes to Piper Harris, and that one goes through the ceiling. I don't know how that one didn't stay up in the ceiling here, as you kind of have some of the air vents and also some of the poles that come across hanging with the light fixtures and the basket mics. 8-6 right now, the lead for the blue team as the red team on to serve with Hannah Hodel. Hodel coming on here for the red team. Nice dig by Piper Harris, the opposite libero. This one going to get pushed over then by Richter. Hodel. This one goes to the outside to Emma Lucas. Blue team keeps it alive here with Zerhoff, and Zerhoff going to get the kill. Trying to go through the 1-2 combination of McAllister and Storo. Kenzie Zerhoff gets her first kill of the evening after having 7 yesterday for the blue team. Service on the way here for Piper Harris. Hits one into the net, and the red team will get the side out. They'll earn the point here. And we'll see how the red team will come out here again with maybe a little bit different of a rotation where some players will play in different spots. But the thing is, Joel, if you had to have a rotation with different players, an all-star is pretty much where you would want it here for either side.
Yeah, not a bad position to be in. You got a lot of very talented players who can show a little bit of versatility that they need to right now in this game.
Olivia Vetter gets one to Frigin. Frigin, that one's going to be out. Olivia Vetter did a really nice job, a tight one there at the net to have a chance for the blue team to try to get that one over with Frigin as Tegan Scher is on to serve. Scher heading to NDSU to continue her academics coming up in the fall from Lytton HMB, part of that back-to-back state title run here for the Lions.
And I think this is the biggest next couple points for the red team right now. A chance to tie, a chance to take the lead, and maybe stop playing a little bit of catch-up with blue team.
Frigin hits one, and there was no touch, and we're going to have a point upcoming here that was awarded to the red team, and we're tied at 9 apiece. We're tied at 3, tied at 4, now tied at 9 here in this third set. And we haven't seen that just, 10, 11-point run, Joel, but we have seen a couple 6-0, 7-0 runs by both teams here in set 1 through set number 3 as Zerhoff's going to unload and whine and deliver. Kenzie Zerhoff with her second kill of the third set. Kenzie from Beulah High School, the minor, heading to the University of Jamestown to play some volleyball in the fall. I would not want to get any track and field events either with her. She was the Senior Athlete of the Year in Class B for track and field. Tegan Scher goes down to a knee for the dig. This one goes to the outside. Upton is there, somehow getting one over is the blue team. Upton's going to have another crack at this one with the tip, covered nicely by Trumbauer. Piper Harris to Zerhoff. Hodel is there for the red team. Set on the way. Upton another chance. There's going to be Richter to the middle. Frigin just tips it over. Olsen was there. Hodel outside. Upton yet again and hits one into the net. 11-9 blue team here over Team Red. Still to come this weekend as well. Hopefully the heat won't be as forecasted in triple digits at Jerome Burke Field on the campus of Mayville State. Three Border Sports Network and your live event working together to bring you the North Dakota Shrine Bowl on Saturday at 4 o'clock. It's the 11-man game. 7 o'clock is the 9-man game on Three Border Sports Network in your live event. That one hit out of play by Paige McAllister. It's now 12-9. Take a look at the rosters. 24 players here in the Optimist Volleyball Series. You look at the Shrine Bowl. There's about 60 in the 9-man game and then about 70, 80 in that 11-man game. Backs it on the way. Ava Wild gets the kill. Ava Wild now with her 10th. 13-9 as the blue team has stretched out their largest lead. We were tied at 9 apiece, so 4 straight points. One of the larger rallies we've seen from either team here tonight. Trumbauer on to serve. Back left corner. That one will miss. And it'll be a service air, and the red team will have a chance to rotate here. As coming in will be Delaney Clark alongside with her Riley Hoff.
Yeah, and that's the second service error, I believe, here in this set for the red team. Didn't see a whole lot of, or rather for the blue team, didn't see a whole lot of them in set one.
Service by Clark, back left corner. There is Harris. Set on the way. Here comes Ava Wild, hits one into the net, and the red team gets back-to-back points. I'd also like to thank as much Lori DeKaiser and the Optimist Volleyball Series for having us. Thanks again to Scott Newstead and Zave Zittelman here in Bismarck High for providing the table, the Ethernet, and all that fun stuff. Same with Reggie Jackson yesterday at Fargo Shanley. That one served out of play, and it will be a point for the blue team as they will come back on to serve. So even if the blue team does win this set again, it's a 4-set minimum here to allow the All-Stars to play in front of family and friends as much as possible. That's going to be in the middle. Set on the way. Hit hard there by Riley Hoff. That's her 5th kill, 2nd on the team here for the red team. And you can hear the Hoff family in the left-hand corner of the Bismarck High gym here really giving some loud vocal cheers anytime Hoff earns a kill. Hens on to serve. Piper Harris is there. For the blue team, they're able to get this one over with Renner, and Renner's going to get the kill. Trying to cover that one was Delaney Clark, but Renner just kind of found the sweet spot there in the defense as Harris will check out. Coming into the contest for the blue team will be Alyssa Hauglin. Alyssa from Divide County, going from the western part of the state to the eastern part of the state for academics in the fall at North Dakota State College of Science. This one going to be hit hard, and that'll be out of play, and it will be a point for the red team. 15-13 as the blue team leads it by 2. Service upcoming here with Sydney Upton. Upton with a little running jump serve, and this could possibly be an ace, and it is. Sydney Upton with the second ace here by the red team. Little running jump serve, Joel. It's tough to master, but once you're able to master it, you can definitely get a little something extra on that serve in a volleyball. As Upton will do it again, hits this one into the net, and it's now 16-14 Team Blue.
Yeah, and this is where red team has gotten themselves in trouble. They either tie it or they get within a point and just kind of cannot get over that hump against the blue team. They're running out of opportunities right now. Blue team at 16 points.
25-22 in set 1 and set number 2, and this is very reminiscent where the blue team just kind of got up by 1 or 2 points middle part of a set, and they just never put it away and gave it back to the red team as Nadia Fiakuski with the kill, now with 11 to lead the floor for either the red or the blue team here. Joel, we always talk about, even in all-star games, there's just players that feel like they're at home, and it just seems like Nadia Fiakuski, she's like a fish in water playing volleyball right now. Service here for the red team. Piper Harris is there. Olivia Vetter with the set. This one going to be tipped over across the net by Abby Cox. This one hit by Storo, out of play, and it will be a point for the blue team as they're back up by 2. Service upcoming here is J.C. Richter and also Zerhoff, a pair of Class B All-Staters, come back here for the blue team. As Richter will have the running jump serve in the middle. Upton to the middle. Lucas, right-hand side. She misses the sideline there. Good spot and location. Just going to keep it in the quarter play. It's now 18-15.
Yeah, and starting to feel a little bit of desperation right now for the red team, trying to cut into that deficit, trying to get themselves in front, trying to get this set to make that next one more meaningful, but kind of forcing maybe a few things here or there, and the blue team's just able to capitalize.
Richter on to serve again for the blue team. Emma Lucas gets one over on the third. Vetter. This one goes back, sit on the way. Kenzie Zerhoff back left corner. That one goes to the outside. Emma Lucas is there, double block, and it's blocked at the net. Lucas has another chance at this one, does. Zerhoff with a nice cover. Vetter, this one going to be hit into the net with Hauglin, and on our Thunder Seat scoreboard, the blue team now sees that deficit or sees that lead trimmed down to 2. Paige McAllister, Hannah Hole, a pair of Fargo Shanley Deacons coming back on for the red team. McAllister going to be playing collegiate volleyball at Bismarck State College coming up here in the fall. Hodel on to serve. Her sister played in the Shield Softball All-Star Series last Monday and Tuesday. Zerhoff with the kill down the line off of Eden Olsen. Zerhoff continues to warm up with 3 kills now in this third set.
Something to take into consideration, Chase, for the red team is they're down a player now. Their rotation has changed. You figure things out, and you say, well, it just means you got one less player that's going to be out there on the court. But your hitters that you're setting to, the defensive plans you have with those hitters, all those things kind of change a little bit.
Emma Lucas asking for a touch at the net. None was given. They're going to award the point to the blue team there, and all of a sudden back to a 20-16 game. We saw that in the second and in the first set, where it's 20-16 Team Blue, and they went on to win by 3. Paige McAllister earns the points. Nice dig there and kept alive by Olsen. Paige McAllister earns the kill. Now with 13 here in this Optimist Volleyball series, Tegan Scher on to serve. So Sharon Hodel will be in the back row here for the red team. Alongside with her looks to be Eden Olsen. Service upcoming for Tegan Scher. Olivia Vetter with the back set on the way. This one popped over, and nice placement with the tip there by Abby Cox for her 7th kill of the volleyball match.
Yeah, excellent read of what was going on in that front row.
Abby Cox is going to be going up against some of her rivals in college. Mayville State University, see a lot of University of Jamestown, VCSU. Lake Region, Bailey Munson, also NDSCS in the Mondac Conference, and Riley Hoff in the house here tonight. This one, good hit, and Paige McAllister back left corner with the kill. That's her 4th, and the red team again hanging around, but they're running out of daylight here. 21-18, the blue team leads it, and the red needs a run. They need it now with Delaney Clark coming on to serve.
Yeah, you only have 4 points to give right now to try to make a comeback. Of course, you rattle off 3 straight, and you're all tied up right in the same boat.
A 5'6" setter on to serve again for the red team. And Ava Wild, we haven't said her name a lot in set number 3, but when it matters most, Wild delivers the goods. That's her 11th kill to lead the floor for the blue team. Service upcoming here by Munson, part of the Liberos for this blue team. See you play a lot in the back row with her and Piper Harris. Hannah Hodel is there for the red team. Outside, Riley Hoff attacks at the 10-foot line, and that one trying to go from one side to the opposite side of the court. Good location again, just missed it by about a half a foot, and the blue team has a chance for 2 more points here, and they would win set number 3. 23-18 on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. Hodel, Delaney Clark, back set. This one goes to Upton. Bailey Munson sprawling out to keep it alive. Ava Wild is there, and this one is going to be out of play. Can't fault the hustle on the far side here for the red team in Upton. But Ava Wild just uncorks another one, and now it's a set point here for the third. 24-18. The red team would need to win the next 6 points to try to get this one and try to win set number 3. This one goes to the middle. Paige McAllister blocked at the net, and that's going to be in play, and the block will be awarded to Macy Fridgen. So the third set goes to the blue team, 25-18. We are guaranteed 4 sets, and we will have the 4th set when we come back here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. take in the sights, or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Here from Bismarck High School, we mentioned on our Irie Insurance pregame show that we would have 4 sets no matter what. Even the first 3 sets went to Team Blue, the red team, and the blue team will play one more set here in the 2022 Optimist Volleyball Series. The blue, though, will go and win this series after winning 3-2 yesterday at Fargo Shanley, and they will go on whether it's a 3-0 or a 4-0, or a 3-1 win. Chase Miller, Joel Morgan alongside Preston Neuville here, as we'll see the blue team get things ready to go against team number the red. Still to come, it's our RDK Enterprises Precision, a player of the game. We'll also get to some interviews brought to you in part by Hillsboro EDC for our player interviews here. And if you missed any portion of our interviews from earlier today or yesterday with the players, you can go by searching your live event on YouTube to check out more player interviews. Got about around 16, 17 player interviews total. You can listen back to, are they superstitious? Where are they heading to college? Favorite volleyball memory, talking to J.C. Richter from Linton HMB. It stands out. She said, as a junior, we just wanted to get to state. And then we won state, so then a senior year maybe put a little more pressure on us. But she goes, just getting to state, playing there, a lot of memories. That's what you hear from a lot of athletes, no matter what the sport is. Blue team cooking here to set this 4th set underway. Emma Lucas, back right corner. That's going to be dug out nicely by Richter. This one blocked at the net and give the point to Abby Cox. That's going to be her 8th kill there. And I think in volleyball, one thing Joel was asking, would you have a outside or mid hitter play libero or vice versa? And I think, Joel, just because you're so used to playing one particular spot in rotations, I think we're going to see something similar here in set number 4, where they played before, as this one's hit into the net by Piper Harris.
Yeah, sometimes you get those opportunities. You kind of mix things up a little bit, get players different chances. For some of them, maybe their last chance playing competitive volleyball. The last chance to maybe, if they're going on to play collegiately, do something a little bit different, barring a change from a coach at the collegiate level.
Vetter to Zerhoff. This one hitting to the net and a point for the red team here. So 2-1 red in the 4th set. This will be the final set of the 2022 Optimist Volleyball Series. And even though the blue has already swept Team Red, it was close. This one in the middle, Abby Cox there with another kill. She's up to 9, 25-22 in set 1 and set 2. And set number 3, the red team unable to pull within the blue team, 25-18. So, yeah, on paper, it's going to look like the blue really took apart, so to speak, the red team when you see a sweep. But realistically, it was a good back and forth affair. Lucas down the end line. Blue team trying to get this one over with Zerhoff. They do. Tegan Scher is there. Delaney Clark outside Lucas. And there is no touch at the net, or is there? Well, they're not going to say no touch, and it's going to be a point to Team Blue. Also, Danielle Hagler from North Star was injured. And Joel, anytime you get to, whether it's a high school game, a prep game, even a pro game, and you get someone that is injured and doesn't come back onto the floor, you can maybe take the wind out of your sails a little bit. I think that also happened in the 3rd set for the red team.
Yeah, when it happens in practice or at a game going into the next one, you can prepare for it. When it happens on the fly, one of the hardest things you're probably going to have to try to overcome, especially when, again, this team is only 4 days old. Really, when you think about it, these teams were formed. They were formed on paper, got a chance to hit the court together over this last weekend, and the team building opportunities for this Volleyball All-Star Series.
Sydney Upton there earns the kill for the red team, but coming right back for the blue team looks to be Abby Cox yet again, and it is. Abby Cox now in double digits with 10 kills. She had that yesterday as well in the Optimist Volleyball Series at Fargo Shanley in day number 1. The blue team leads by a point right now on our Thunder Seed scoreboard over the red team here in the 4th set. The red team looking to at least earn 1 set win. On the opposite side, the blue team looking to put the emphatic exclamation point here in Bismarck High. Trumbauer, the Zerhoff. This one gets over to Delaney Clark is there. Hintz with the bump to Lucas. Lucas cross court with the kill. Emma Lucas now with 5 here for the red team. Part of the Jags state runner-up this season in Class B. Linton HMB won it. Bismarck Century won over Bismarck High in Class A earlier this season. Lucas on to serve as we're tied at 4. This one will come in the middle. Blue team coming here. This one going to get hit. Kept alive after the hit by Fridgen. Zerhoff threw over a double block, able to earn the point. Kinsey Zerhoff now with 4 kills here for the blue team. 5-4 Team Blue over Team Red in the Optimist Volleyball Series. Been a lot, really good competitive volleyball in day number 1 yesterday at Fargo Shanley, and day number 2 also kind of fun for the girls. Got to go to a Red Hawks game, do the escape room a little bit as well in Fargo over the weekend. Riley Hoff is going to be blocked at the net. Red team keeps it going here. Cindy Upton's going to be blocked at the net. Now Team Red will just try to get it over on the third. They do with the push by Clark. This one comes to the outside, and another push coming by the blue team. They have to try to get it over. They can't. And if Kennedy Renner just seems to be at the right place at the right time here tonight for the blue team. 6-4, the blue team right now over the red team as the serve will come here with Bailey Munson. I'll go down to Hins. To the middle here is Riley Hoff to get it over on the third. 10-foot line across the way for the kill is Kennedy Renner. He's now got 12 kills here in this match. Bailey Munson back on to serve. 7-4 Team Blue, and it seems like we've said this a lot tonight where the blue team just gets a little bit ahead. The red team tries to make a comeback, and then the blue team just puts them away at the very end. Back set coming. This one will go out of play. Miss hit there by Emily Degree. And the red team will get the side out as coming down to serve will be Delaney Clark. And Clark will actually come out of the rotation here. So Kylie Storrell for the Wahpeton Huskies will be coming on alongside with her. We'll have a new server in Eden Olsen. 7-5, the blue team over Team Red. Service on the way. Back set. Here comes Macy Fridgen with the attack. Met there by Riley Hoff. Renner with the dig. Renner gets another chance at this one. Hins is there for the red team. Hoff at the 10-foot line. Off of the deflection. Renner does a nice job with her left hand to keep that one going. Nadia Fiakuski. Piper Harris. This one will keep it on over the net. Another chance here for the red team. Outside Riley Hoff, and Hoff gets the kill. One of the longer volleyball points that we've seen here tonight goes to the red team. Excuse me, the libero here in this fourth set is J.C. Richter instead of Piper Harris. They've flip-flop here throughout this All-Star Series. Service on the way for the red team. This one will come to the near side. Nice looking play there with Renner. Now with 13 kills to lead the floor for the blue team. Renner with 13 kills, Ava Wild with 12, Abby Cox with 10. It's been a balanced night here for the blue team throughout yesterday and also tonight. Macy Fridgen serves for the blue team. Nadia Fiakuski. This one comes off, and the blue team just somehow gets it over. Outside is going to be Riley Hoff. That'll be out of play, and I think that about sums up this second day, Joel. It's those 50-50 balls that just somehow find a hand, so to speak, for the blue team, but for the red team, they're just unable to get one for a point.
Yeah, the blue team has really capitalized on a few miscues and a few of those, as you mentioned, those 50-50 plays.
As we're going to have a net violation here on the red team. It's now 10-6 Team Blue. Set number 1, the red team got out as much to a 14-11 lead. Then the blue team came back with 7 straight points, thanks in part to 3 aces by Katie Trumbauer, as we're going to have another one coming here by the blue team as they take a 11-6 lead after Macy Fridgen able to get part of the ace. Second set, red team got out early, but then the blue team came back at 10-9 and never relinquished the lead. 11-6 right now here in the fourth set. Blue team leads it and almost doubling up the red team. Nadia Fiakuski unable to hit that one over the net, and it's now 12-6 as the blue team is doubling up Team Red. I will say, though, Joel, after the last couple of years with East versus West, I think this is for the fans, but also the players and coaches. I like this format with what they've done this season as Nadia Fiakuski gets a tip kill.
Yeah, and you have the red team. They've lost now 4 straight sets going back to last night, losing in that 5th set. But as you mentioned, they have not been completely out of any of them. They've been competitive. Again, a point here or there. We may have a different outcome in this guaranteed 4th set, but It definitely has upped the level of competition and excitement, and it's just been enjoyable here. This experiment of redrafting these teams has really been great.
Getting blocked at the net was Emily Degree. Now it's going to be Renner. Renner over the double block off of McAllister, and Renner with another kill. Up to 14 now for the Bismarck High Demon. 13-7, Team Blue.
And Team Blue really right now is just very, very dialed
in the zone. There's no doubt about it. You can see some smiles on both teams' faces a little bit, but it also helps when you're winning one or two more times more, as we've seen from Team Blue. Vetter on to serve. Eden Olsen, but the back set, Riley Hoff is able to get that one over on the third. Vetter, back set coming here. This one goes down the line after the hit there by Abby Cox. Riley Hoff is able to get the hit over on the third for the red team. This one, Renner with another kill. As Renner now up to 15 kills here for the blue team. Ava Wild yesterday led the floor with over 20 kills for the blue team yesterday. Vetter on to serve. It's 14-7, a football score, and Vetter hits this one in the net now 14-8. As we have a substitution here, reminder still to come. Get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. With spring planting has been trying time for everyone. Take note of any issue you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. RDK Enterprises can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over those concerns. For more information, call 636-2119. That's 636-2119. As we got another point upcoming there for the blue team, as they lead it now 15-8. The blue team trying to earn the sweep here over Team Red. Here's the blue team to the outside. Emma Lucas. They get blocked at the net, and you just kind of tell a little bit. The blue team is in the rhythm, and it's good to see for the red team too across the way. Danielle Hagler's back on the bench, and she's getting some words with Tim Wallstrom from Kenmare after Hagler looked like she maybe just twisted her ankle. Got it some iced up here, and good to see that she's got a smile on here for the red team. Obviously not how she wanted to finish her high school career here, but still at the end of the day, Joel made some memories throughout the weekend, got to probably make some new friends along the way too, and get to go up against future rivals, but also future teammates as well here in college at Valley City State.
Yeah, and if there's not another 4 years of volleyball in the books for her, you think, you know, I don't know the injury, this is just at face value. It might be a different situation, but as of right now, just having to watch your team here in this fourth set from the bench, not as fun, but as you mentioned, has been a good few days for all these players. There's not one player who hasn't had a smile on their face since we've seen them come into these gyms.
Abby Cox with another kill here, just continues to shine for the blue team. It's 18-8. Last time we were tied was at 4, and since then he just put the run up. It's been a 14-4 run here by the blue team. Red team right now looking to get in rhythm. Emma Lucas able to get that one over. Here comes Zerhoff with the attack, and Zerhoff almost gets the kill. A sprawling attempt there by Lucas to keep the rally going. This one comes Olsen with the push. There is Vetter. This one goes to the outside. Here is Abby Cox. Finds the hole in the defense. Cox now with 12 kills on the night. 19-8. The blue team leads it over the red team here. Is coming on to serve here for the blue team is Piper Harris. This one goes to the outside. Olivia Vetter. Kenzie Zerhoff with the kill. Zerhoff now with 5 kills on the night. Still to come, we'll hear from a couple of players in this Optimist volleyball series. Might have to hit the aforementioned Kendi Renner here from Bismarck High. She's an early indication for our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game as well. The blue team 5 points away from earning a 4-set sweep here in the Optimist All-Star Volleyball Series. Hodel outside Lucas. Lucas cross court. Nice placement for the kill. Emma Lucas with her 6. Give the assist there to Hodel, and a side out for the red team.
Yeah, red team a chance right now to make up some ground. Again, regardless of how they do in this set, this match will come to an end, but they'll feel a whole lot better if they have a big comeback here and take this last set.
Delaney Clark to the back left corner. Kenzie Zerhoff is going to get another kill. Zerhoff has really came alive in set 3 and set 4 here. It's 21-9. Service upcoming here from the blue team. And this will be with the J.C. Richter. Richter on to serve from Lytton HMB. Her mom is part of the coaching staff here with Jamie Zastapool as well for the blue team. Good hit from the outside with Cindy Upton. That's her 5th kill, and now the red team has 4 players with 5 kills or more. Red team 21-10. Joel Morgan alluded to yesterday and today, no matter what, they were going to play 4 sets to allow these players to play in front of family and friends as much as possible instead of a potential 3-set sweep. Macy Fridgen delivers the goods yet again. There's just a different sound off of a softball and a baseball bat, Joel, and there's a different sound off of Macy Fridgen when she hits a volleyball as well.
Yeah, she has absolutely been a hammer up front. She's put down some big hits and just eluded the defense, and when they get a good square serve receive on it, they've just not been able to handle it as cleanly as they would like.
Trumbauer on to serve here. This one will be tight at the net to the outside, a deep push on the way, and that one's going to be in play. Nicely done on the outside, looked to be by Lucas, and it is. Lucas with another kill. Here is the red team getting doubled up on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. For more information, you can check them out online at thunderseed.com. That again is thunderseed.com today. This one hitting to the net. The blue team now 2 points away from putting set number 4 to bed here. 23-11. Again, still stay put. Once we get to our post-game show, get to some player interviews here. Service, Hins. This one goes to the middle. Nadia Fiakuski to the outside as Fiakuski, and that one's going to hit the basketball backboard here and take an opposite direction.
Yeah, you play the elements.
I was going to say, the one element is maybe the Raider Dome in Tower City. That is very low, Joel, but here it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of pretty normal, but those basketball hoops, we haven't said too much come into play, but we saw one there. This one going to be hit over by Emily DeGree, kept alive here by the red team. So get this one across. Trumbauer sets it up. This one goes cross, scored on the way by Renner. And this one over the net is going to be Eden Olsen, the red team. This one comes across. Macy Fridgen puts her right fist out there and just gets one over on the third. Outside here by Riley Hoff. There is going to be Munson from Thompson. And they're trying to get this one over on the third. One more time they do with Renner. Lucas tight at the net. This one is going to be a violation on Eden Olsen. It's now 24-12 Team Blue, and they will have these set points after they already won the match here. 3 sets to love. Coming on will be Alyssa Hoagland from Divide County. Service here by Macy Fridgen. Fridgen with the serve. Hins there with the dig. This one will be back set to Fiakuski. Fiakuski with a nice placement. Nadia Fiakuski, 13 kills yesterday at Shanley, 13 kills here tonight. According to my former Fargo Shanley Deacon Matt, that's 26 in this Optimist Volleyball series. And the red team now needs a run, as they need 11 straight points here to try to continue this 4th set. Hannah Hodel on to serve. Bailey Munson is there. Trumbauer back set on the way. This one comes across. Hodel there with the dig. Outside here, Riley Hoff for the red team. Renner. Trumbauer back to Renner for the opportunity at the kill. Lucas there with the dig. Hodel gets it over on the third here. There is going to be Richter back to Renner here. Emma Lucas, and that'll do it. Renner will finish with her 16th kill, and set number 4 goes to the blue team by a final of 25-13. So here's how it finished on our Thunder Seed scoreboard. The blue team won set number 1 and set number 2, 25-22. They take the 3rd set 25-18, and they take the 4th set 25-13. The blue team was led by Kennedy Renner with 16 kills. Abby Cox had 10, and Ava Wild had 12. Leading the way for aces is Katie Trumbauer with 3. The red team, they were led by Nadia Fiakuski with 13 kills. You had 7 by Lucas and 6 by Riley Hoff. 3 blocks by Danielle Hengler, and you had a serving ace apiece by Upton and Delaney Clark. Again, your final, the blue sweeps the red in the Optimist Volleyball Series. 4-love here, and they take yesterday's action in Fargo 3 sets.
Hello, Shane with
Player interviews. We'll get to what's coming up this weekend as well across North Dakota. It's the Optimist Volleyball Series on your live event.
We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about IRE Insurance, go to ireinsurance.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Back here at Bismarck High School, Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, as they're taking some team photos here for the blue team before we get to some player interviews. Joel, Team Blue, they just looked in rhythm here for day number 2 from start to finish here at Bismarck High.
Yeah, they didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. They're able to go on good runs. Their offense was very strong. Defense was strong. 50-50 balls, I think 75% went their way. They took advantage of some great opportunities. And kind of a historic moment in this series is the first win, Chase, for the blue team. First time they've swept. So our first time with red versus blue, but yeah, blue team just seemed to be at another level of competition today.
And that's the one thing is you kind of get to a blue team here is they're going to get some other player accolades here, and I think Kennedy Renner is going to go away from us. So I'm going to go track her down for a second here, Joel, and ask if she can grab a quick interview, and then we'll continue here and get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. I think it's safe to say Kennedy Renner is our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game here, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. She looked great tonight. Helped her team get not just a 3-set win, but a 4-set win, and to sweep the last 2 days here of competition.
So we're still continuing to take some photos. I'm going to grab Kennedy right here, and we'll get to an interview in a second. Kennedy.
What? Yeah. Okay.
Joel, you want us over to the right-hand corner here as we'll kind of go on the fly, and then Kennedy, we got the corner right there for the camera, so we'll continue, just kind of get it out of every place. Kennedy, first and foremost, what was it like, this weekend and these 2 days kind of playing in the Optimists Volleyball Series with some of the best players across the state?
I mean, this was like some of the funnest times I've ever had. Like, I love playing volleyball, and this is like the best volleyball like I've ever played before. So playing with a bunch of people that are like equally good is just like so much fun. I love it.
How was it? Is this kind of bittersweet on your own home court, kind of your last time, being a Bismarck Demon before you go on to college? Did it kind of feel bittersweet a little bit here tonight?
Yeah, for sure, because this is like the last time I'm playing volleyball, so to like end it here with like playing at BHS is pretty cool.
What were some of the memories that you're going to take away from these 5-6 days playing in this series and just kind of going to a Red Hawks game, escape room, and maybe getting some new friends along the way?
Yeah, just like meeting a bunch of new people and I've seen all these people before, but I've never like actually talked to them, and like it's so cool. Like I have so many new friends now, and a lot of fun.
Final thing for you here. What was the one thing that you got in rhythm? It just seemed like you were in the zone from, set number 1. What was it just kind of like, playing with some of the best across the state, but also you specifically here tonight, Kennedy?
I guess like really just connecting with our setters. Like we've practiced with them so much that like I guess I got used to their sets and like just had a lot of fun during it, so it just made it better, I guess.
Hey, Kennedy, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on a tremendous career, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you so much.
That again, Kennedy Renner from Bismarck High. Joel, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to our RDK Precision Player of the Game.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
As we continue here on our post-game show, join us now, Nadia Fiakuski from West Fargo High School. Nadia, just take us through these 5-6 days as a player, maybe some of the new friendships that you made as well. What was it like kind of playing with some of the best across the state of North Dakota?
I had so much fun in these past few days, like playing with girls that I usually wouldn't play with from across the state. It was so fun. I made such good friends. Like the nights we were up just talking, playing games. It was so great to be able to go out in North Dakota, like my last time here, playing with the best in the state.
For some volleyball players that were 14, 15 years old and hoping to play in an all-star series like this, what would be some of the experience that you would tell them in terms of if they get an opportunity to play in a series like this?
You just gotta work hard. Work as hard as you can during school ball, off season. These games are so fun, getting to play with the best, so it's somewhere you want to be and work to get. What
was your funnest part of the Optimist Volleyball series outside of playing volleyball? I know you mentioned kind of getting some maybe late night chats and everything, but is there one memory that kind of stands out, that's fresh in your mind right now?
I don't know if I should say it. Okay. So Mia decided to carry around a water balloon around the hotel, and she didn't think it would pop. So she was walking into our rooms, trying to scare us all. So we go back to bed because we were taking a nap. All of a sudden, we hear a big boom, and everyone screams, "Mia!" And there's a video of Mia tossing up a giant water balloon, and it's splattering on the floor. But don't tell the coaches.
We won't tell the coaches.
Or the hotel.
Okay, final thing for you. You're heading to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, so take us through the next couple of months. When are you heading down to Texas? When does everything kind of get going for you, Nadia, in terms of college?
I'm heading down either the end of July or beginning of August, still trying to figure it out. But right now, I'm just trying to play when I can. These days were great to get back on the court for a long amount of time. So, yeah, I'm just trying to pack up and figure out when I'm going down.
Hey, Nadia, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on a tremendous career at West Fargo, and best of luck at Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Thank you. Thank you.
That again from West Fargo High School, Nadia Fiakuski. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll put a bow here on day number 2 of the Optimist Volleyball Series on your live event.
This Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Let's get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Again, for more information, RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton, call 636-2119. That's 636-2119. They will walk the fields with you and make sure that your planter is good coming up for the spring of 2023 as well. Well, from Bismarck High, we heard her there just moments ago. Candy Renner from Bismarck High with a match high. Again, 16 kills on the opposite side. Nadia Fiakuski from West Fargo with 13 kills. They are our RDK Enterprises Precision Players of the Game. So 4 sets goes to Team Blue in the inaugural Red versus Team Blue Optimist Volleyball All-Star Series. On behalf of Joel Morgan and Preston Neville, I'm Chase Miller. If you missed any of the action yesterday or any of our player interviews from earlier in the week, go online by searching Your Live Event. That's yourliveevent.com, or go to YouTube and search Your Live Event as well. From the capital city, I'm Chase Miller. Good night from Bismarck High.